Good morbing, everyone. Good morbing. This is still kind of loud. Good morbing. Hope bro having a good whatever it is wherever you are. Okay. Dude, I really wish... This is something that I don't think any single person here will actually give a shit about other than me, because I'm the streamer. But I wish YouTube would let me just flip the side that my chat is on. It's forced to the right side, and it pisses me off, because I can't fucking see when it's that far away from my face. Anyways. Good morbing, everyone. Why can't the sentient swans from Caliban get names like Uriel summons? I mean, you could just name them yourself. Like, realistically. Welcome to Coolest Kid, Lenny Face Larry. You really don't have to give me that much money, but I won't say no. Thank you for joining. Also, I'd just like to say, the track that I'm playing right now, Hybrid Abominations, I think is super underrated. It's the Archon boss theme, and I think it's one of the better tracks in the game. Which is impressive, considering how many good tracks there are in this game. But yeah, hope you're all having a good, whatever it is, wherever you are. Let me go ahead and get the stream audio set up. I was thinking about doing the hot take stream today, but I'll admit, I'm really tired. So I was like, you know, maybe we can save that for another time. Hold on. What if I gotta go with D&D before anyone gets me? We're gonna beat the, we're gonna beat the people to it. Alright, I'm sorry, Hybrid Abominations, you have to die. Hold on, is the Chudling macro working still? Okay, yeah, it's still good. I might need to change it off of C. I feel like I keep pressing it, and the Chudling is just appearing way too fucking often. I might need to move it to something I don't accidentally, press, because I feel like the joke is being... the joke is being diminished by the fact that I keep accidentally playing him. Hold on, can I edit that right now? Settings... hotkeys... I literally named the hotkey Chudling. No, not filter by hotkey, filter by name. Yeah, Chudling key. Let's change this. Let's make it like, yeah, numpad minus. There. That way I won't accidentally press it anymore. Okay. That should be a little better. Let me double check and make sure it works. Okay, so the Chudling still works. Because I had originally just made it C, so if I ever pressed C, it would just run across the screen. But I feel like when I'm searching for items and stuff, it's way too common that I press it. So, you know, what in the world is a chalky chair? Okay, so I've actually been challenging people to try and find out why I use that as the, Have I ever explained why I do that on stream? I actually don't remember. Where's my Chudling son? There he is. But I don't know if I've explained ever, like, publicly why chalky chair is the thing I have people say at the end of my, videos, but there is a reason for it. I'll tell you that much. There is a reason for it. I think I did the first mission of the sortie earlier. Oh no, it's rolled over since then. Precision rifle only. Huh. I didn't know they changed the wording for that. I'm guessing that was, what the sniper rifle category evolved into, maybe. I have no fucking idea. Lua Rescue? Heartbreaking. What's in our current? We got a conjunction survival. I mean, that's kind of boring. I had no specific plan for this stream, so we're just gonna kind of have to take shit as it comes. Vampire mode hijack. Banger? Vayheck? Yeah, more or less. I just need to do some bullshit. Okay. Envy jump scare. Mogus. Garten of Caliban stream. That, you know, maybe that should have been the thumbnail. Now that you say that, that would have been a good opportunity, I think. Sure, we'll go into the conjunction survival fisher. That's low brain power enough. Dark Vauban would be fire. Honestly, I agree. Especially if they gave you like a double roll or like 2 mods or something like that.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all.
Make Blaze and Hammer Shot a little less cancer.
You need them to open a relic, but are you
I like how you can just block. You can just block that shit. Oh, am I still using gas on my Venato? I was experimenting with that earlier. We don't kill, and it's always proper when we do stuff. I mean, there are plenty of bosses we don't kill, or at the very least, don't stay dead, like Alad B. To be honest, Warframe is really bad about killing its bosses. The only ones I can think of that I feel like have a canonical death point that actually makes sense are Sargus Rut and Rhaegar are the only 2 I can think of off the top of my head. What video are you working on? I actually have a bunch of stuff. Sort of in the barrel at the moment. Honestly, I'm in a bit of a weird spot. Kella? I guess that's fair. Kella is also dead. Presumably. We haven't seen Frodbeck since Amulets. Well, he does say to eject the bridge module, which I'm assuming was their way of being like, hey, he's still alive. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that, but I feel like they kind of kept that door open for some fucking reason. They've never really bothered using him since. Ritualists? Okay, they're somewhere. Anyhow. Because of the Kuva Lich thing? As in, like, he's a Kuva Lich? Dude, where are my Ortholists? Why are they, like, lethargic? What is he doing? Geeked versus locked in. Brother? What is this guy... Does he have brain damage? What am I looking at right now? Okay, well, I don't know what that guy's problem is. Maybe he's just not feeling it today. Increases Ortholith fire rate. I believe that's part of this. I know that it increases their movement speed, but I believe Razor Gyre is where the fire rate boost comes from. The vid you're working on. So, when's your birthday? It's Sunday, I believe. Whenever February 1st is. I don't really keep up. I'm becoming too decrepit. But as for videos I'm working on, I have a lot of stuff. Like, typically, how I kind of operate. Oh, the Caliban main video early. Oh, Dot fan this video. I actually haven't finished it yet. I got through about half of it, and then I had to go do stuff. So, if that's the case, then I haven't gotten around to finishing it. Have a good stream. Thanks for stopping by, sir. Anyway, sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. So, I'm playing the most boring fucking Caliban setup imaginable right now. Oh wait, I have a relic buff. I could probably just do some fucking crazy shit. Hold up. What are my Ortholists smoking with this much power strength? Huh. Well. That works out, I guess. So when it comes to the way I work on videos, typically my process is, I'll have like a set of ideas that I work through, and I don't really think about the next thing until the current sort of like set is finished. So, like, typically I think of it in terms of like, what am I going to make this month? That's kind of how I typically go into things. So now that the weird and obscure stuff, you know, Volume 20 is out, I don't really have a ton on the mind that I know I want to make right away. The next thing is probably going to be Weird and Obscure Stuff Season 2, the compilation video where I, you know, go through and remove all of the outdated entries and then update the ones that I think deserve a better explanation. I don't know how much the better explanation thing will apply this time, to be honest. I think it was a much bigger issue in the first season than the second, but I'll see. If there's enough stuff, then I'll go ahead and go through it. But, so that's probably going to come out, like, early next week as just kind of like an easier thing to help me get my bearings. But I have a lot of stuff I do want to work on. Also, Warframe put tier list 1. I mean, I did that several years ago. I think it's still public on the channel, actually, in the stream VOD section. Anyhow. So I want to do an update to the Void Armageddon turret video. That strategy has evolved. So I want to talk about it. Because there's a lot of new stuff, and honestly, it's way better than it was when I made the original video. I want to do a video talking about Valence Formation, because I think that it's an augment that has an insane amount of potential, and I'd love to talk about all of the cool stuff that you can do with it. Shit, what else? I had a bunch of things that I was kind of, had, like, in the barrel. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about set mods. Sci-Fi released a video about them today, which was kind of ironic, but the video I wanted to make was a very in-depth type of thing, where I would go over every single individual mod and then evaluate them as a set. It'd probably be a much longer video than what Sci-Fi made, so I think that idea is still on the table. Then again, if I want to do that, that probably is going to make that video fucking massive, because there are still quite a few set mods in the game. But that's something that I've been thinking about making as well. Another thing that I thought might be fun is to talk about various mods that, like, aren't particularly good and finding goofy ways to implement them into things. Like, obviously, Gale Kick was one that we did for the foot build video. So I'm wondering, like, should I try to, like, do a bit of digging and find another dumb, like, obscure mechanic to try and take advantage of. But generally speaking, those types of videos are a very organic thing. But I don't really know, like, I haven't really had anything come across the mind like that, if that makes sense. Like, the foot build and the bullet jump videos were very, just, like, natural, like, that would be funny type of things. I feel like if I forced it, it wouldn't be nearly as fun. So, that's something that I'm holding off on for the time being, but quick thinking build. Also, there was so funnily enough, because some people were talking about the Sergeant, I did do on stream, I tried to make the Sergeant hard by deliberately buffing him using the Evil Volt strategy, but he is genuinely such a bitch, that didn't even work. Because I thought that would also be a funny video, like, can we actually make the Sergeant difficult by deliberately buffing him as much as possible? But he is such a pushover, and he is such a coward. His AI is so cowardly that, I couldn't do it. He wouldn't even try to fight me. So, also welcome, Sci-Fi. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to look. I have, I don't really update it as often as I should, but Markiplier is streaming right now? Damn, that, you know, I really picked a terrible time slot for this, didn't I? It's also 2 p.m. on a weekday, so, you know, rough shit for me. But yeah, I have a document that I would update from time to time, but I don't, it's not super, I'm not super on top of it, I won't lie, so... Why is he in the new war? This is one of those things of the, like, Warframe event lore. Honestly, that's a video I could probably make at some point, too, is talking about old removed event lore. Alad V got the infestation and was cured in an event. I know, it's confusing. You would think with the order of events in the game that he would have gotten infected and then not recovered yet. Or never recovered, because it was all after, you know, we do everything else with him. But I'm pretty sure in the game story, by the time we get to, like, Ropalolis, he has already both gotten the Mutalist, you know, like, or he's gotten infested and created the Mutalist strain, and gotten cured already. It's just missing. That lore is just fucking missing from the game. It's pretty fucked up, honestly. This bitch just immediately... told me to fuck off with that. Weird little thing, by the way. When they reworked Hydroid, they also buffed Torment, because Torment's tidal wave now also clears her status effects, which kind of sucks. That heavy attack actually inflicted a puncture proc instead of a gas proc. Weeping right now. So that's why I'm trying to catch up on the chat a little bit. Okay. Pick this up. as a capital V. They're cousins. Damn, they're cousins. Maybe they're like, it's like a twin situation. But yeah, Alad V is one of those confusing things. There's a lot of event lore. Like, people probably don't know this. The Fomorians showing up in Eyes of Blight was a big deal. There were several tactical alerts and events dedicated to trying to stop their construction. Nowadays, you wouldn't really know that, but, like, the appearance of the Fomorian in the Archwing quest was a big deal. That was, you know, like, afterwards we had Eyes of Blight to try and stop the Fomorians. It was a big thing. But, like, nowadays, I don't think anyone would know or even really care about Kim-chat interactions. I've debated doing a video talking about, like, technically what the best way to play the Kim is, but I also think that's kind of out of, like, the scope of what I normally do, if that makes sense. Let a Fomorian attack a relay. Well, that's what Eyes of Blight is about. You ever notice how, I think it's, what, Leonov Relay, Vesper Relay, and whatever the Eris one is called. You know how those are all destroyed? That was the consequence of Eyes of Blight. Like, back during that event, if we didn't successfully defend a relay, it fucking exploded. I'm pretty sure that these days it is, like, impossible to lose a relay to it. I don't think that it's something that can still technically happen, but that was what it was like at the time. It was also interesting because different platforms had different relays available, but they homogenized them when cross-save and cross-play and all that jazz was becoming a thing. There was a little mini event with Barrow about that to, like, have, like, a sort of a cheeky in-universe justification for it. Rest in peace, everyone who was on those relays when that happened. Paris Prime String. I'm just grabbing random shit. I don't even care. So someone mentioned Armistice. I'll be honest, I just wish that we could get the clan XP from the solar rails. Considering that you can't craft them anymore. I also really do wish that the old, like, Orican-themed rooms would come back. I don't know how many people know this, but there are old Orican-themed dojo rooms from way back in the day. I wish that we could also do that, but you know, Link, like, whenever I stream, there's like a 1 in 5 chance that some absolutely crucial lore is developed. So I guess we'll have to see. Also with Wally, I don't, it was like, there was, like, a sort of like a tongue-in-cheek eternalism kind of thing, but yeah, that was kind of the in-universe justification. Like I said, I feel like it was more of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. Outside of Alad V. To be honest, outside of Alad V, it's kind of tough to say. Because I feel like, how do I put this? Is it crucial for understanding the story? No, but it's going to hinder your understanding a lot. Like, take a look at Ambulus, for example. When fucking Glass just shows up and starts talking about Animo, I feel like a lot of players are probably like, what the fuck is he on about exactly? Did he just evaporate my summons? Brother. I hate violence so much, dude. I really, really do. Worst Acolyte. Not even close. Not even particularly close. Especially if you're playing a frame who's really, really reliant on their abilities to survive. Like, if I'm playing Ivara and this guy shows up, it just gives me a fucking headache. But yeah, Ambulus, and yeah, Rathoon was another one where it's real bad. It's so much harder to understand. I hate violence, pacifist kid. True, I'm. This is this reveal on stream that I've converted to Buddhism. Would he be named Urinal instead? You know, I'm gonna not engage with that question. You could roll out of the bubble. Yeah, I feel like there are two types of Warframe players. Players who hate Malice because they don't know that you can roll out of his bubble, and players who hate violence because they play frames with ability-based survivability. Kiss spring? Crazy word. Hog Days lore, ghastly. I've always thought that was like an interesting way for them to justify it. But for the exalted mob, you know what sucks? I made a promise, fucking like 3 or 4 years ago now, that whenever I reached 50,000 subs, I would stream in a maid outfit, fully expecting that I would never reach that point. The problem, of course, being that I'm almost there. I'm about 1,000 subs away. So, my bad, gang. I shouldn't have said that. I made a bunch of joke promises for 50k subs, and I'm pretty sure people are just going to, like, mass remind me of all the awful things that I promised. People could make shit up, and I just believe them because I said so much dumb shit. Oh no, the consequences of my actions. Blasphers out? Why do you gotta word it like that? I have not noticed, though, which is kind of depressing because I have done that boss fight so many fucking times. Hello, bro. He's here, chilling. Dude, I just realized his Siam isn't in a sheath. It's just, like, stabbing through his pelvis. That can't be comfortable. Oh, wait, is it technically in his hand? Okay, that's why. Dude, he's actually committing seppuku right now. What the fuck? Lone Guardian, you have so much to live for. I actually don't know if he's, like, conventionally alive, but this is still really sad, if you ask me. I'm certainly taking no joy in that. Dude, what the fuck? Warframe really does have disturbing content. Not the, you know, disturbing content, not like the woman dying during childbirth or the very obvious divorce allegory. Nah, whatever is going on right now is as dark as this game gets. Use your cervical joint as blade storage? Dude, honestly, advanced blade and sorcery tactics. Supposed to be Teshin. I'm reasonably certain that, Rebecca said on a stream that it was open to interpretation who exactly the Lone Guardian is. Did someone say divorce allegory? I'm talking about, Ballas and the Lotus in the New War. Just burning the laser. You know, I should have actually, hold on. I might switch to Lavos because I want to show off the funny tech. The case of spaghetti code. I'll be honest. I think that Duviri is super buggy purely because the developers don't have any incentive to fix anything in it anymore. Yeah, welcome, Sab. I'm dipping out of here because I gotta.
I fear we are seeing the consequences of that risk now. Destroy these voids.
I gotta grab Lavos. This might be hard for you all to believe, but truly, Zenarek may be the play on Lavos if you are in a mission that is long enough that you can use Lorak. I have explained this before, but I want to talk about it again. Did this bitch hold still? God damn. Okay. So, let me get out of here so I can explain this. They were not subtle with the allegory? Yeah, they were not. So, here's the thing. I explained this in the Tauron Strike video, but quick recap for how Energize on Lavos might be the play. Nightmare Frame fears this build. Okay, so Lorax pages, in order to benefit from them, you have to activate them, and you activate them by casting an ability that consumes energy, or shields in Hildren's case. The thing is, Lavos can't do that, which means that he can't benefit from the pages in terms of their stat buffs, but they also never disappear. And Lorax pages can stack, as far as I'm aware, forever. You can just keep getting them. So, if you are in a mission for long enough, you can just keep getting Lorak pages and just have more and more auto turrets orbiting you. You are a lesbian polycule? That might still be the case. To be fair, we don't know. Do you, chat, do you all think that Uriel's demons are a lesbian polycule? Vote now on your phones. The collect my pages build? Exactly. This is actually part of why I asked people on my community tab for, like, their favorite, weird, like, weapon or Warframe interactions. I'm thinking about doing a video on that, too. Just, like, a bunch of funny, dumb shit. The original idea that I had for that was Lavos and, Vidaria. It's a pretty well-known thing, but Lavos is able to take really good advantage of Vidaria because of the fact that his elemental ammo from Valence Formation will still trigger its proc if the enemy dies on the same hit, which is not a thing that Cyto 9 can do. So I wanted to just, like, talk about, like, dumb, funny shit like that. Like, yeah, Kavat Volt is another one that I think would be fun to talk about. So I asked some people to see if I can get, like, get some weird suggestions for things. Golpagay? We might be ascending. We might be ascending in the stream chat today. Okay, also thinking frames. That's the thing. I don't think it's ever really been established what the Acolytes are. They showed up to hunt down Alad V at the end of the second dream, which is honestly also another major piece of lore that's missing, because when the Stalker threatens Alad and he dips during the quest, it is never followed up on because the event that clarified what was going on there is not in the game anymore. But I don't really know if it's ever been, like, officially clarified. Oh, I have the wrong weapon out. They stole my shit! Wait, fuck you. They're creasing my J's. Fuck y'all. Domain expansion. Gas proc. I have to keep an eye out for the, oops, I didn't have anything infused. I am just fucking everything up right now. Oberon Proto-Frame Hook Job. You know, I probably shouldn't have read that, because that's going to get clipped, and people are going to be like, what did Cool Kid mean by this? And then, dude, there was... Okay, hold on. A lot of you probably already know about this, but for those of you who don't watch my streams often, or maybe just didn't hear, there was a stream where I made a joke about how there's nothing more masculine than gooning to men. And someone took that quote out of context and posted it to Meme Frame, and it got like 1,000 upvotes. And then even worse, a friend showed me that someone else posted it to a fucking furry subreddit, and it also got a bunch of attention there. So, interesting if that's gonna be my legacy. I gotta be careful about the things I say. I have to remember, none of you are my friends, all of you are my ops, and you're just waiting for the moment that you can descend upon me. I have to keep that in mind. I'm really not safe when I'm around you motherfuckers. So Cool Kid is a furry? That's an unsubstantiated claim. This has been fact-checked by a real Cool Kid Patriot. Real Cool Kid channel members. False. I am not your friend. Yeah, of course you weren't. Fault Finder 369. I still have trauma. Why am I so slow? Is there an Arctic Eximus nearby somewhere? Maybe? I don't know. What would our community name be? I mean, Sab gave me one, but, I can't say it on YouTube. I'm not doing very good at priming these enemies, but it's fine. Why is this sus? Well, I was playing Caliban earlier, but I switched because I have to show the Forbidden Lavos technique. What is it? I can't say it on YouTube. I'm sorry. Alright, here's what I'm talking about, by the way. I swear to God. They shouldn't have fixed this. So once the Lorak pages spawn, I can't activate them. So I can't benefit from them, but I also cannot consume them. So these pages are now just active for the rest of the mission. They'll just orbit me and shoot shit forever. Funnily enough, this also means that if you're using Astral Bond, you can trigger it without switching to your operator, basically forever. I don't know why you'd want to do that, because outside of some very specific setups, Astral Bond I genuinely think is a nerf to you. But it's something weird and obscure. I did see that video. I think it was the first comment on it, because I logged into this account, and it was posted 4 seconds prior, and I was like, okay, we're pulling up on the Sabuchi channel. You know, I feel like I need more epithets for Sabuchi. Well, we have, you know, Sabuchi himself. I'm pretty sure Sabuchi named himself Sabutt Cheeks in my server at one point. I need more ways to fuck up Stab's name. to be mission permanent. I don't think that they'll ever do that, to be honest. Okay, I think I talked about this a bit on the last stream, but I find Pablo's talk about the Tauron strikes to be a little odd, because he said in Sabubu, oh hell no, Sabusi, that's another good one, I won't lie. But he said that they felt like with the Tauron strikes, the strike itself was better for mid-game players because late-game players don't need the power. And I can see the thought process there, but at the same time, what fucking mid-game player is doing the, like, 6-hour grind for one of these things on top of the, like, 3 to 4 hour focus grind to max them all? Because if the late-game player benefit is to mod your operator, and that's supposed to be the main incentive, well then why even upgrade the strike at that point? I don't know. I feel like, I really hope that they're able to make them better, because I also feel like it's strange for me, or it's strange of them to say that new players don't, or like late game players don't need the power, because while that's true, they've still given us Tauron strikes that are still good at late levels, right? Particularly, Nidri has an extremely valuable effect. And on top of that, Thara with Rain of Arrows, I think gives you a lot of interesting ways to breathe new life into abilities that normally don't really deal that much damage at high level. You know, like your Oberon Carpets, your Hildren 4 with like the pillars that spawn to pick enemies up, Infernalis. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can make into a damage ability temporarily with it. I think Cogron's is also really good. I wish the armor strip was a little bit higher, just to make it more comfortable for abilities and slower, like, attacking things. But that's ultimately not a huge deal. Cogron is still very good. I accidentally let my Kudro kill everything there. Hey, could you hold still for a second? Yeah, thank you, homeboy. Anyhow. In DE's eyes. Yeah, like, I don't think that they're bad. Even though I made the Tauron Strike video where I was talking about my issues with the system, overall I like them. I think that really the only ones that I think actually like genuinely need help are Lorak, and I think Lorak is just kind of unintuitive. It's not bad. So aiming it fucking sucks. And I think that Vexorix, the swords, I think should deal more damage, or have their own base stats, or something to make them more useful outside of their recharge rate bonus, which honestly I don't even really think is that good to begin with. But like, Cogron, I don't think is bad. I just wish that the armor strip was a little bit higher, but otherwise it's quite good. And then Thara and Nidri, I don't think need any changes. My only real problem is that they're slow to charge, which just makes using them feel really, I don't know, underwhelming to me, I guess, because it takes so long to get them. All right, hold up. We're pulling up with more pages. Hit him, Lavos. Okay, that's interesting. Did they change it? Because there's not... Or last I had tried this, there was not a limit on the number of pages. Actually, I wonder if it's a host-client thing. I don't know. Maybe I'd have to try as a... Maybe I'd have to try as a client. Patched mid-stream? Dude, I wouldn't even be... I didn't even talk about it in Weird and Obscure Stuff. They can't take this from me. When did you try it? Last I tried it was several weeks ago. Someone posted about it in Weird and Obscure, like, not too long ago. I saw that Wellspring. Yeah, it happens. Also, the live Gulfagor reaction, the live reaction changes every stream, so it's a recurring gag here. How Weird and Obscure? Perhaps. I mean, I still have my current sentries. I do wonder, like, that if maybe it's like a thing where only clients can get infinite amounts. I'm not really sure. Live Your House reaction. To explain the lore. I honestly think that, like, even like mini quests would be cool, but I also think that the Laverian was a perfect opportunity for them to explain that old stuff. And they just kind of didn't take it. Live F-Steed reaction. Well, it's a good thing we're not on TikTok. I assume that some people here have heard that allegedly the app is now censoring a bunch of things like that. So that's cool. Then Parvos robbed it. Yeah, I agree. The Lavarian was really cool, and I'm sad that we didn't get more stuff like that. My wife is home. I did not play Deadlock. Hold on, I gotta fucking take my jacket off. It's hot as hell in here. It's been cold here in fucking Texas for the last little bit. But now it's warming up again. I kind of forgot I had the Atomos, to be honest, up until this moment. Where is Nitro? You know, he's up to horse things. He's grazing or something. The grazing is crazy. I mean, he was in the chat a bit ago. I'm pretty sure he said that, like, yeah, he's waiting for an installation for a modem replacement. His internet modem, I'm reasonably certain, is dead. Because I really do, like, I'm a living embodiment of the whole, like, if you have any technical background, people will use you as free tech support. You know, it normally annoys me, but Nitro's cute, so it's fine. But he was having internet issues and asked me for help, because I think if memory serves, he accidentally shut off the power strip his internet equipment was plugged into, and after it came back on, his internet speed was just fucking terrible. And then he told me, you know, oh yeah, we've had this modem for like 10 years. And I'm like, what the fuck? You've had your modem for like 10 years? It's a miracle that thing still works. Oh yeah, the Lorac pages will also just kind of auto-kill the Thrax Ghost. I forgot about that. And I was like, yeah, your modem probably fucking died. Also, Nitro... Oh, I wasn't paying attention. That was malice. That's what I get for fucking looking at the chat. Anyways. Hello? There we go. It was 12? Jesus Christ. But, like, Nitro also has 2 modems. And I genuinely feel like, whoever installed his setup just fucking hated his family for no reason in particular. Like, for some reason, they have 2 modems. One only works with the phone, and the other is for internet and their cable, if memory serves. And it's like, why the fuck did they do it like this? Genuinely. Because I remember when I first went over, I got distracted by the fact that I was like, why the fuck do you have 2 modems in your house? I think the heartbreaking thing really is that it's a modem at all, because I thought that in the modern era of the internet we would all be on fiber, but I guess not, because I'm fucking not either, because my apartment complex cut a deal with my ISP and I can't get anything better, which fucking sucks. Twin towers. Actual phone lines? That's DSL. A cable modem uses coax cables. It uses CATV lines. 13 years old. I'm impressed that thing is still running. Why not change the eyes? What are you talking about, Barbecue? For the last 10 years? Damn. Yeah, like, there was a big fiber grant a few years ago now. So, back when I worked at the help desk, we were a fiber provider, and there was actually a government grant to expand fiber into more areas of the country. The problem is, a lot of big providers, I shit you not, pocketed the grant. We didn't, but a lot of them, like, there were requirements to actually qualify for the grant. Like, you had to put in so much of your own money, but a lot of providers would put in enough of the investment to get the grant and then just not fucking finish the job, which is really shitty. Because, like, the modern, a Warframe player. Yeah, I had that job for 5 years. But now I don't have a job and I make Warframe videos for a living, which is some rough shit, but that's besides the point. So, like, there was, you know, an attempt to expand these types of things. I miss working for that company, largely because we were a fiber internet provider, but we also were part of the local government, which is actually a pretty normal thing in Iowa. I can think of like a dozen different towns where the city itself was an internet provider. And great fucking idea. I wish more places would do that, because when you roll your internet in with things like your utilities or whatever, it allows you to provide a much better service, because internet companies price gouge the shit out of you, and oftentimes they'll deliberately not compete or get, like, contracts with apartment complexes and housing developments to not allow other service providers in. So, if you are, if you are part of the local government and you're, you know, in everything, then you basically force your competition to play fair because you have the backing of the local government, right? It also generally leads to much better rates. Also, government-owned companies are based, not generally, but specifically like municipalities owning their own internet service provider is something that I think generally is a good thing. Sup, welcome. I guess, well, the low rack thing didn't work. I wonder if that's either been fixed or is a client-only thing. I don't really want to do conjunction survival anymore. You know, dude, fuck it. Let's do the sortie. Why not? Grab Frost. Got way too much drift. I didn't like it at first, but I warmed up to it a lot. Expensive purchase, I'll say that much. Oh yeah, another video I've thought about doing, going back to this topic from a bit ago. I posted a thing on my community tab about doing a series analyzing certain enemy factions, and the first one I wanted to do was a video about the Anarchs. And I might do the Anarch video to kind of test the, you know, gauge the interest on that. I'll admit I'm in a bit of a nerve-wracking spot because I feel like I don't have any videos that I'm pretty sure are going to do well. So I really hope that I don't release like 4 duds in a row and go financially fucking destitute. But I want to kind of feel that out with the video about the Anarchs. If that performs well, I also want to do videos about the tech-brought Skuldra and Murmur, and maybe the Scrofa Corpus? Scrofa Corpus I'm on the fence about, because they're a cool sub-faction, but they just have so many fucking enemies. With its words? I'm guessing you got the little meat one, I'm sorry. Try Duet Night Abyss. Look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't want to play like Duet Night Abyss or the First Ascendant or anything like that. I already have one Warframe that consumes my life. I don't need another Warframe that consumes my life. Alright, augmented enemy armor is weird, isn't it? Yeah, so fun fact. Even though my armor strip is technically 100%, augmented enemy armor in sorties specifically is calculated in such a way that 100% strips don't remove it. It's kind of hard to explain. You can think of it almost like the multiplier from augmented enemy armor is added on top, so you have to chew through it as well. It's fucking weird.
Get me in and get ready to defend.
Whoops, Strofe and make Corpus. But yeah, I want to do analyzing the Anarchs. I will say though, like, this is a stupid gimmick idea, but I want to do whenever whenever I do a video analyzing a faction, I want to have a faction completely themed around that faction. Also, yeah, they have more than 100% armor. I think it's like 250% or something. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't really play sorties that much. But I wanted to do, like a faction themed around that faction. The problem is, for the Anarchs, I would probably want to buy the Tau Dax, like, cosmetics bundle. I don't have enough platinum for that shit. And I could do Drifter fashions as well, but their Prime Labs Inc. did a really cool mag fashion that was based on the Anarchs, and I want to, like, borrow inspiration from that. I also have the, my Skuldra-themed Ember that I want to use for the Skuldra episode. As for Tech-Rod, I could probably do something with Nidus. Murmur, I'm not really sure. Maybe Corvex could be rolled into that. Are you doing at this hour? It's 2:40 p.m. my time. This feels pretty normal to me, thank you very much.
Keep moving.
Not your boy Lavo. I mean, I use Lavos for a lot of stuff. Randomized gear. If you're referring to, like, a video where I would randomize my gear, I feel like EVA and ECA kind of already do that as, like, a game mode. I don't know why. Okay, whenever you stack... Okay, so when I cast another snow globe, you see how my old one disappears? These are actually merging, and when the snow globes merge, they add their health together. So that's why I'm spamming it. I actually play a fairly high-efficiency Frost for that reason, so I can mash them and spam my crowd control. Zaku for Murmur, that could work. From someone from the Prime Vanguard. I see the vision. But yeah, I think that would be a fun idea to have, like, if I do that series, to have, like, fashions themed around it. The unfortunate reality is, if the first video that I release in the series flops, I kind of have to abandon it. So, in a better spot now? No. Unfortunately. Like 3, not as far as I'm aware. There is a limit on the amount of health that the globe can have. I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's fairly high. But for that stuff, I would like to do the Anarchs first, because they have a lot of really cool little behaviors. 1 million HP total. That sounds correct. I believe that's right, in terms of the health limit. I'd have to double check. I'd have to consult the wiki to double check, but I believe that's correct. Then again, I'm wrong about things on stream all the fucking time. So... But the Anarchs have a lot of cool little behaviors, like, the Grenier Anarch enemies, if an ally dies near them, they can pick up a grenade off of their body and enter fucking sicko mode and then try to suicide rush you. The Arcus units will throw these dynamite things up in the air and shoot them, and they'll start spewing out gas. I believe it's the heavy gunner dudes can call in airstrikes on you. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff. On adding snow globe health, I think when you recast it, it restarts the absorption period, I think. I'd have to double check that, but I think that's how it works. I'll be honest, I'm not super up-to-date on my Frost in-depth mechanics. I, put together a lot of my Frost stuff a long time ago. This will be interesting. You know, actually, let's take Ivara. Not gonna be particularly helpful, but why not? With the mushrooms for? Rough shit for real. An infestation? Yeah, I definitely want to use the Tech-Rod armor set for sure. Right, I have... Fuck, I'm stupid. Wellspring Reflex Incident. Make me want to cry. You just have to learn to use your ears. Is an Eczema stronghold? Shit, dude, I wasn't paying attention. Use the Atomicycle bug. I'm familiar with it, but dude, it's kind of funny. People kept requesting for it to be in Weird and Obscure, and I'm sorry, that shit is never ending up in Weird and Obscure for one simple reason. If it gets fixed, it will be considered my fault. And I cannot have that blood on my hands, dude. After the Drifter handshake thing, I cannot have that blood on my hands. There are several bugs I've actually deliberately not talked about because I was worried they would get fixed. Like, another one is several people have submitted the Gauss Immortality bug. I'm amazed that shit's still in the game, by the way. It is super common knowledge now. But, no. We're not talking about that on the series. I cannot have that blood on my hands if it gets fixed. The what? There is a bug with Gauss that makes him immortal, involving Arcane Aegis. Okay, now we have to use our ears. Okay, so it's not that one. Damn! They shot the shit out of my Sentinel.
One of them has to lead to our agent.
Nope. There we go.
Thank you, Tenno.
When the love ends is sus. That wasn't even my video! Guardian Break is enough? Interesting. I'm a Corvex main now? That's wild. I think that my most played was like a 30% on... Why are you just standing? Whatever, dude. It was like 30% on Lavos last year. Where the fuck... Dude, okay, hold on. I'm having a moment. I haven't played this mission in so long, I forgot where the fucking exit is. For the Super Purita bosses, we'll have to see. They very strongly implied that they were going to be doing them, but they didn't really confirm anything outright. So I'm kind of holding my expectations for what exactly they meant when they said that if you thought it was too easy. Because it could be super bosses, but it could also be just like a harder Purita mode in general.
They've got me. Tenno, help.
We'll see.
The captive has been
from years ago. I don't think that DE deliberately demolishes fun and whimsical bugs, especially because, like, the Gauss immortality bug is game-breaking. Like, I won't lie to you, it's very obviously not intentional. Then again, there are a lot of bugs in this game that I wish that they would fix, that still haven't been. Kullerva was still missing his fucking knife attack. It's been like 6 months. Tenno leaving. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that guy. What's the final mission in this? Buy. Precision rifle only. Sniper. Huh. Well, it still says sniper weapon. Oh, this is Uranus spy, isn't it? This'll be interesting. You know, they heck, I was gonna say, could you get the fuck off my screen, maybe? The drifter emotes. Here's the weird thing about the handshake patch. That it is not in any patch notes. I looked when it disappeared from the game. I think it got fixed on accident. I'm not even kidding. I cannot find any official note of them saying they fixed it. Would do Apex Sergeant? They would have to rework him first. Reaction pick. There is not currently anything in the works for another iceberg. The original iceberg took me 5 months to make. I don't have the ability to make videos like that. Not right now. Is the bug? I have no fucking idea. But yeah, there's a lot of, Oh yeah, the Lanks. I accidentally almost killed one. These guys are cool. I wish that they would show up in more tiles. They're actually fairly rare. Also, why don't we have a floof of these things, dude? The Lanks should get a floof. There he goes into his little hidey hole. We should get a Lanks floof. Okay, this is one of those things where, like, I don't think many people are going to feel me on this one, but does anyone else kind of, like, hate that we don't get floofs based on animals almost ever anymore? Am I alone on this? Like, I don't care that we have floofs for, like, the Hex, right? I don't want that shit. You know what makes stuffed animals, like, fun and whimsical is that they're fucking animals. Give me more stuffed animals. Oh, right, I don't have my Venato. You're nothing to see here. I was about to say, how do I quietly open this? And then I realized, yeah, I can just fucking bullet jump. Wait, I'm going the wrong... Tiraga? Now is not the time. Hold on, let's just, like... Oh, wait, he's stuck in the stun animation, so I can't slide kick him down. Dude, son of a bitch. Come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go. Fuck it, whatever. I just realized, yeah, I'm going the wrong way. I should be taking this route. What about the Coda Floofs? The Coda Floofs, the human versions I'm not a big fan of. The infested ones are fine, I guess. I do not need a stealth frame. I have my operator form. On the plains. A giant dead one does appear on the plains, yes, which I've always thought was very interesting. If you go in the ceiling hole, right? I wonder if that person's behind, considering that's literally what I just did. Also, why don't we have these as a ship decoration yet? Back in Jade Shadows, they added those domestic drones. I think it's really lame that we don't have the ability to actually use them as ship decorations. Maybe that's just me.
Extraction with
Makes us furries is the infested count? I don't think so. Second hole if you look up. Hold on, wait, fuck. Where am I? Hello? I'm not going into the drink today. I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to. I know Grenier. Can Zabuchi ever be forgiven? That depends. I know I mentioned this last stream, but I'm going to talk about it again for those who might not have been here.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
So a few streams ago, I had a bit where I canceled Zabuchi by showing a DM he sent me with like a stupid image attached. Zabuchi gave me permission to show it. And Sab posted it to his Twitter account, but Sab is currently on an alt account on Twitter because his main account got banned. And a bunch of people, like, even though Sab jokingly posted it, and I was very obviously joking in that clip, there were a bunch of people that were celebrating his cancellation with just zero realization that it was all a joke. Also, weird thing, this guy, I'm pretty sure, just disappears when it gets up to the top. Oh, no, what? Okay, never mind. I guess he's still here.
You got it. The data is still intact.
He came out as Sabuchi. The third came out is hilarious. For that. Also, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that Sab would probably be happier if he got off Twitter. Like, everyone has their social media vice. I think Twitter's gotta be one of the worst. I'm sorry, though, like, I'm not much better. My social media vice is Reddit. I don't participate, and Redditors are generally insufferable, but I like to mindlessly scroll Reddit when I have nothing better to do with my time. It's, you know, not something I'm proud of, but it is the truth. It's funny, because, like, it was when I was new at my, my previous job at the help desk back in Iowa. But one of my coworkers, I was on my phone, and he was like, "Are you looking at Twitter funnies?" And he was like, "No, Hayden, you strike me as a Redditor." And I'm like, what the fuck? You're completely correct, which makes me even more upset. Versus 9000. Those are both good subreddits. Worming my way through here. Did I go the wrong way? You know, I'm not 100% sure where I am right now. We're just exploring the, system. Well, there's the... Hi, guys. I haven't done this one in such a long time. It's gotta come back to me. I gotta use my brain. I think I might kill myself after that. I considered it. Trust me. Also, the fact that this laser grid slides back and forth is so diabolical, because it's so hard to see. There we go. Many times I accidentally triggered that and had no clue why I was hitting it, until I finally realized, like, oh, it slides back and forth. That's fucking weird. Okay, cool.
They won't even know it's gone.
Or something. What
We
the?
got everything we came for.
I have no clue what you're talking about, Cat Dragon. That's some crazy shit. Sometimes trigger the alarms. Yeah, it got me fucked up for real. It barely matters. I feel like if you're trying to go for, like, the true no detection route, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but... Is there gonna be a big shark out the window? I don't think he's feeling it today. That's heartbreaking.
Another job well executed.
Resource drop chance booster. You know, I'll take that, honestly. Turns to exterminate. If you activate all three, then yeah, you have to do a change of plans. I'm happy about that. You know, that's probably for the best. Would you look at that? The Uranus skybox. It's not that blue in real life, but that's not what people are normally upset about on this channel. When we talk about blue things, Uranus is not one of them. Why is there a Ben 10 reference here? I mean, why not? How much is the Tau Dax bundle? For the whole thing? That shit's expensive. The Essential Glyph Bundle 2 is on sale. Dude, hell yeah. The Revenant Collection? Well, I'll be damned. For 59 platinum, I could get this Kavat armor. Blended. Anyways. The bundle is, yeah, here. And then there's also the War Stories bundle that contains some other cosmetics from the quest. It's weirdly teal. I mean, yeah, I guess whether or not you consider that to be a shade of blue is, weirdly enough, kind of a cultural thing, as far as I'm aware. I know there are some languages that apparently consider, like, you know, a dark blue and a light blue to be completely different colors, but like light blue and green are the same color, which is honestly interesting. That's been mentioned. The Atomocycle bug, if you mount and then dismount the Atomocycle in a specific way on Ivara, then it will get rid of her movement penalty. Drop incredible looking weapons instead of just making them actual weapons. It's honestly weird, Kai, because when the AX-52 came out, people were really mad it wasn't a skin because they thought it was going to be bad, which is crazy because the AX-52 fucking rocks, especially after the addition of biotic rounds. But I'll admit I'm kind of somewhere in between on that, I feel like. I think it depends, but I do wish that the Dax weapons were their own standalone weapons. I get why they're not, but get some platinum by the bundle, my guy. Thank you for the 10. You see, the problem is that, well, first of all, the money you just gave me won't show up my bank account for another month. But also, I have bigger priorities than purchasing platinum at the moment with my money. I can dredge some bullshit up to sell. It's not the end of the world. I don't have to buy it until I make the Anarch video anyways. Hit the chudling button? What chudling button? I don't know what you're talking about. Polar Purita weapons. I guess we'll have to see. We know we're getting some stuff for Purita there, so...
Now we finish this business.
Yeah. Goodbye. Did you see that? The Void Angel was right there. You know what? Just for you saying that, we're going to Halako Perimeter. Mods, send his ass to Halako Perimeter. Now we finished. People don't have to know about gay heck. Oh my god, that was the most bizarre Freudian slip I've had in a while. Gay heck gets bread? Fuck, that should have been the name of the video, dude. Holy shit. I'm kicking myself that I didn't name it that now. Behind calling them chudlings? Someone in my chat just called the fucking Sprodlings the chudlings when I was streaming once, and I thought it was funny. So now he's my chudling son. Welcome to Halako Perimeter. No Heck was gay. I mean, according to that video, he is. Whether or not you agree with him being gay, or if you think it's just more of the woke slop agenda, I guess that's ultimately up to you, right? You have the Tau Historian? Yeah, I've completed the Tau Historian tie-in site. I actually thought about including a bit of the lore from it in the Vanguard video, but I felt like the video was more focused on being a guide, so I didn't want to go into the lore that much in that video. I think, honestly, I regret that. I think I should have. In a solo mission while you're an operator, like even if you're Warframe Boost Jade. Interesting. I'll have to... That would be hard to test without a stalker beacon, but I'll have to give it a try. Wait, oh yes, the auditorium room. This is my favorite room on the whole Zeramin because of these things, dude. The drums working is such a great addition. Who is sus? I mean, we're playing Caliban, so... Why do my Ortholis keep just fucking up like this? Dude, the Ortholis AI is so brain dead. The drums what? Yeah, the drums work. It's kind of hard to hear. When you shoot them, they make noises, and the pitch depends on how big they are. I don't know how well you guys can hear that. I guess melee would be easier. Or like Cringe Kid, real as fuck. Thank you for the 5 gift memberships, Kai. I appreciate it. Congrats to everyone who becomes infected with the green virus. Dude, y'all are lucky. We haven't had an Argentinian on the stream in a while. You all have been safe. Are you using a subsume on Caliban? Nope, not currently. There are several really good subsumes on Caliban. And real blended. But the two main good subsumes that I know of on Caliban are Nourish, because it gives it to his summons, so they can inflict viral and they get the viral retaliation effect. And Sickening Pulse, funnily enough, because it lets you get to 10 stacks of Tau really fast. Who show up in Sab's videos. Normally the Assorted Europeans are, whenever I stream at like 2 in the morning my time, that's when they show up. You know, that's like when Blueprint arrives in my stream chat. Did this guy hold still? The electric proc is causing him to do a little bit of a dance. Necro Shadows is busted. It is really, really good on Necros. Shotgunner Flamethrower. I would fuck with that. I'm still a little... Bye, everyone. I'm still a little sad that Sepulchrum didn't get primed, honestly. For European, yeah. How would you know that, B-Ghost? Are you perhaps a secret European hiding among us? Are you the imposter, B? How strange. How queer. Fast energy with it. That's fair. I don't use Nourish on a ton of stuff. I do use it on quite a few frames, don't get me wrong, but no matter what, damn. I'm proud to be not American. Heartbreaking. I just realized, hold on, I should probably be looking for the Void Angel, the Void Angle. The chat's gonna erupt with it's right there. So this is just gonna be just like 2022. Typically spawns in the corners in this room. Did I pass it in the auditorium? Because typically you get 3 tiles that can spawn them. Let me look. I want to make ethical builds. Do you think it's unethical to like subsume a Warframe for Sparkle Dog Prime? I don't know what you mean by current ideas. Like, I don't plan on redoing the fashion if that's what you're asking. The world is healing. What's in here? Cool. It's right there. I'm not even in a room that it can spawn in. Gotta watch Yoto. Okay, I don't think it's in here because normally it spawns there, so it'll probably be in the last room. Or I guess it can spawn on the stage too, but I don't see it in here. So I hear. Is that the globe light? No, it's... I was going to say, like, I hear the chime. There we go. I will say, though, I actually try not to use subsumes if I can help it, because I like to try and use Warframe's kits in their, like, original or intended state. My only real exception to that is that if I have, like, if I find that there is a specific ability I am literally never using, then I'll drop it, because it's just serving no purpose. Like, on Mesa, I dropped Ballistic Battery because I was literally never using it. Same with Baruch's 1. I was also never using it, so I dropped that. I'm 15 hours in. If you're in 15 hours to Warframe, fair word of warning, you might get spoiled on this stream. But I mean, I'm glad you're enjoying it, if that's what you mean. Noto 3. Okay, the chuddling never comes off of Noto, and that's for one major reason. It is way too much fun to get rid of. Is reroute good? Not really, but it is so much fun, I do not care. Oh, this room. I feel like I don't get this room very often. Maybe that's just me, but I don't feel like I see this room too much. The chuddling bypasses lasers. That's also true. He's both intangible and technically invisible. With gas build. I haven't messed with the Gorgon Incarnate much. I'm not familiar with any kind of gas build on it. Google my detested. Look at him, he's holding the fucking... Hold up. He's pondering his orb. I tried to look up Tubal's skirt there on accident, my bad. I also like his fucking, like, his little goatee here. But look, he's pondering his orb. Dude, fucking the Tricarian. Who up pondering they orb right now? Chat, let me know if you're up pondering your orb. This will be our first lurker moment for the stream. If you've just been hanging out in the chat, haven't been saying much, you know, let me know if you're pondering your orb. I am gonna fucking die because of this heat proc, dude. Uh-oh. Help! Help! Did this guy fucking die, maybe? My summons aren't moving because they don't have anything to, Razor Gyre is not picking anything up, so they're not teleporting. There we go. Let me go grab my orb. Yeah, look, if watching the stream impedes your ability to ponder your orb, it will not hurt my feelings if you leave the stream to ponder an orb. It is the sovereign duty of every citizen of this planet to ponder their orb. Fuck my orbs. Heartbreaking. I like how Nitro's contribution to the chat is just occasionally posting the cool kid emotes. Nitro's in the chat posting the cool kid emotes when he should be in Cool Kid's DM posting nude photos. I'm sorry, forget I said that. Where's the Void Angel? He should be in this room. I think they typically spawn up here. Dream pull up on my orb? You know, that works. Here he is. Wake up. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Wake up.
It's not dormant anymore.
It's right there. Is the angle guaranteed? Yeah. It's in Exterminates you get 3 rooms like that are big rooms that have angel spawn spots. I don't know if I have anything I can pick up to activate. Oh, I can. They jump at him. You want to ponder his orbs? You know, maybe. Someone criticized me on a stream for not being gay enough, so unfortunately I'm becoming more woke. I'm sorry, everyone. Busy playing Borderlands? Which one? I've only actually played Borderlands 2, so it's not like I have much stake in the matter, but I am curious. Fuck this guy up. Woke kid. You need to be gay? Is that how that works? Having numbers in your name, like, makes you gay? Only your BF was. That's true, actually. I'm not gay, my boyfriend is. This is accurate cool kid lore. Jump him! Jump him! Or her, I guess. I'm not really sure what the gender of any particular Void Angel is. Jump them? I just took the numbers up. Wait, Wally, are now Wally Waltrington? Damn, that was quick. You folded immediately. Tail. It's coded. You're dehumanizing them. They're not human, but that's missing the point. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't realize that there was a Thrax enemy there because I wasn't paying attention. Bro was fucking possessing this Exomith. Random letters in caps when you text? I have no idea what you're talking about. Is this the, like, you know what? Never mind, actually. I think I know why you're asking me that. Let me just put it that way. This is my Warframe name? Is your... What? Hold on. Wally has really become the character. That's all I'm saying. Beat him carnally? You want... What? This thing? I mean, Caliban looks pretty sleek, but, like... Got me moving like an invasive species? Now that goes fucking hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Got me moving like an invasive species is fucking hilarious.
You exist to strike. You strike to win.
So the numbers stay on. Pizza with you in the mall. That is true. I kind of forgot about that. No, let's grab Gyre. We have to play the, I'm part broken you for gore. The problem is that I've done that bit so many times that they all kind of blur together. What orbs we talking about? Oh, wait, did it just roll over? Okay, cool. That's up for interpretation. Up to your imagination.
These foes deserve
Ponder whatever the closest available orb is. To be perfectly honest with you. Emergence dissipate, my beloved. Give you that shit. I didn't activate my thing. Where is everyone? Dude, I'm actually gonna lose my 3 because nobody's in this fucking room. Hello? I just want to go bowling. That's all I'm after right now. I'm pondering my wife. You know, I'm sorry, B. I'm trying my best to not be disrespectful. I know that there's a joke about Ganyu in here somewhere. I just can't think of it. My apologies. Alright, bowling. Please unnerf Dissipate. I'm gonna be honest, I disagree. I think the Dissipate nerf was completely justified. Maybe that's considered a bad take, but Dissipate on release was fucking crazy overpowered. It's right there. You know what actually could be? That is a possible spawn room. Thrown at a chasm. You know, that's a fair point. I don't think it's in here, so I don't see it in that spot, which is typically where it spawns. I don't remember if there are any others. I think it can spawn up here somewhere as well, but... I'm trying to catch up on this a little bit. For making the Alternox less ass. The problem with the Alternox, honestly, is that it doesn't deal great damage, only has 1 innate element, and it's got no headshot multiplier. So I'm using Reinforced Bond to give it a decent fire rate, and I'm using Debilitate to give it more status effects. That's kind of the process. Its original state. You know, I do fuck with the idea of unnerfing Lockdown. Them removing it from working on Eidolons brought me so much fucking pain, dude. For those who don't know, you could use Magus Lockdown on Eidolons, but you could only do it once as soon as they stood up, and then it would not work anymore. And that was, like, pivotal to certain strategies that involved locking them down for just long enough to kill them. And they fucking fixed it. Low damage. I'll be honest, I wouldn't call it Ambassador Syndrome. I would call it Alternox Syndrome. I think this is the, like, this gun is a unique brand. It's not unusable. You can definitely make it work, but it's not good. At least I wouldn't say as much. Well, hold up. Fucking... Let's hammer this guy real quick. Wonk. Stephalos is worse. I actually like Stephalos. Probably considered a weird take. I like Stephalos. Of course, Alternox 1. There is no Mark 1 Lotto. Dudes be pulling up in my chat and inventing new firearms. No. But yeah, I think Stephalos works in certain contexts. It's another weapon, though, that, like, kind of like the Alternox, is extremely reliant on multiplicative condition overload. There's a font named Lotto? Shit, I guess you got me beat there. Go, my fucking thing. Break it down? Alright. I'm on it. Cavalero, what's this supposed to accomplish exactly? I think I'm about to get fucked up. Dude, I'm face tanking it. Until Aegis stops, and then I'm just fucked. He missed me with that. Okay, I was gonna say, like, he's gonna kick me out of it eventually. Bust it down sexual style? Yeah. Yeah, can a white boy praise God? Can a white boy hit it? Philosophical questions for our age, truly. Dude, that reminds me, I don't think sci-fi is still here. I was supposed to be on Top Hat Culture again. I wonder when that's happening. We had to reschedule because of the winter storm, but being nullified by the Void Angel, I'm not honestly sure. Can a white boy get a little motion going? Exactly. Go, my bowling ball. Go, my bowling ball. Kill. Who the fuck? Maybe? Oh my god, dude, that fucking sent him. The secret sauce that is Kestrel. Look at him go. Look at it, I'm just juggling this guy, dude. It's like the average Rivals of Ether combo. He'll touch the ground any day now. Hello? Hold on, I gotta lock in for a second so this guy doesn't jump me. Where? Dude, why is he moving around this room so much? He's fucking wave dashing. Okay, anyways, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Oh, I have my Pogron back, I guess. His criminal. I'll be honest, I feel like the Stug is one of those weapons that I don't think they'll ever improve because it's a meme. Bye-bye. What about Alad V? Oh, yeah, the Acolytes. I had to think about that for a second. It is honestly weird that they never updated their dialogue, because it's very confusing. Platform fighter. I wonder how many people in my chat would also call him Daddy Parvos. If that's you, you don't have to identify yourself. I'm just saying. Dude, there are people that admit things on the internet that fucking God could not get out of me. Some people just be saying the most unbelievable shit, and it's like, why would you... no one needed to know that. You folded under negative pressure. The average Reddit post out of me. Arvo's kind of weird. I mean, yeah, he kind of is. Hold on, I hear the thing. I hear the thing. I don't need it, but I hear the thing. Is it in the vents? Among Us! Hold up, I can be sus. Where am I? Oh, I'm in a... What the... Okay, that was a little strange. There it is. I will not sim for a corpus. I feel like you have a moral obligation not to.
Looks like you've got a good handle on your first order differential
Alright,
equation.
I attempted to vent. It was a little bit scuffed. It's not really natural. Anyways. Corvo's golden jobs? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. What up, Hombask? What up, Prim? For those who don't know, yeah, this Verdi unit actually has a name.
How's your place coming along? Comfy enough for you? Little bit of everything.
I only have 5,000 standing? Dude, fuck. I can't even buy a spoon. Wait, I can buy a spoon. God bless.
Ah, well, mind how you go,
I
kid.
violated the Intrati Granum. What color is your Corpus Obelisk? Is truly a curse. Yanta. You think Hombass smokes? Honestly, I'd probably say like I think like a carton. How many are in a carton? It's a lot. That's all I know. Oh yeah, I forgot I bought a bunch of arcanes and then turned them into Vospor a while back. Let's sell some of this bullshit off.
I'll see you later.
Oh, void gel orbs. I like how at this point I'm at the point of the stream where I'm just playing Zeramin missions because I literally launched this with no particular idea in mind. The truth is that I'm in a bit of a creative rut in terms of like what exactly do I want to make next. So it's I was like, you know what, I'll stream. Maybe I'll find some inspiration. And then I show up and I have people in my chat that are like, cool kid. I really think that like if Nyx was real, I'd go to prison. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, you know, why do I listen to these motherfuckers? Let's take Citrine, actually. Why not? Conclave video? I considered that a long time ago, but I don't think I'm ever going to do something like that. With emphysema? I mean, I guess that's true? What did they mean by that? You know what? Fuck it. Welcome to the Zeramin Exploration stream. It's time to vent and become sus among us. Welcome to Halako Perimeter. Dude, I've heard that line so many goddamn times. The Zeramin vent mystery.
Calls for a song.
What is DE hiding in the Venus Ice mystery? There's 6 videos or more. That feels like such low-hanging fruit, though. Like, I know this is probably rich coming from me after I just made the fucking status tier list, but I try to make a... it's a goal for me that my videos, I want them to feel inspired. Again, rich coming from the guy who made the fucking status tier list recently. In my defense, I put a lot of fucking work into that video. The status tier list was my fucking life for like 5 days. I busted my ass making that thing. Every single weapon in a tier list? That seems like it'd be a rough time. I will say with the status tier list, I'm overall fairly proud of it, but I did botch the Tau section. I didn't know that it was multiplicative until very late in development because my testing methodology was bad and I thought it was additive with mods. I'll admit, I wouldn't have placed Tau any higher, but my argument for why I have it low is just not very good. Because I didn't know that's how it worked. That section, I shit you not, like, that, I tweaked the audio a little bit, the dialogue, dude, what the fuck am I saying? I tweaked the voiceover a little bit so that I could correct me saying it was additive with mods, but I genuinely just didn't have time to update the rest of it because it was like the night before the video came out that got fixed. After the status tier list. I mean, there are some creators that have taken ideas from things I've made, but it doesn't personally bother me, right? Like, unless you're stealing my fucking video one for one, I talk about shit that's in the game. I don't own a monopoly on information, right? Just because I covered something doesn't mean no one else can. I've fed Nightmare Frame so many YouTube shorts with weird and obscure stuff. I really have. Ayatan's statue tier list. I like how everyone's just like going on to tier lists. I did think about doing a boss tier list at one point, but I don't think anyone would really give a shit for that. It's tricky too, because I can't trust my stream chat to tell me what would be successful, because people here are the outliers. Only 10% of my audience has ever watched a stream of mine. So it's like the same thing with like the Exalted Weapon series. Very popular idea with my streams and community tab, and then I made it, and nobody watched that shit. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not falling for this again. You'd like to see? I've thought about doing a video just called Things That Would Improve Warframe. That was just like a big list of things that I think would make the game better. But I feel like my question I ask myself is, what is the value in content like that? It doesn't really teach people anything. Warframe Geographic, too. You know, there's a plan for that in the future, but I just can't really afford to expend the time and energy creating it, unfortunately. With the Exalted Weapon series, it was already failing big time before that was announced, to be honest with you. But the Exalted Weapon series, like, it sucks too, dude. Baruch's video was recorded, and Baruch was my, like, the episode I was the most excited to make. Even though it was performing like shit, my plan was to stop at Baruch because I just wanted to fucking talk about his weapon. Like, did you guys know Baruch has 2 slam attacks? As far as I'm aware, he's the only weapon in the game that's like this. If you do a normal slam on Baruch, it pushes enemies away, but if you hold your aim button, it pulls enemies inwards. As far as I'm aware, he's the only melee in the entire game that works like this. There's so much cool shit about Baruch's Exalted that is just, like, not well known. Like, another thing, the waves from Baruch's Exalted can deflect projectiles. You can shoot rockets back at enemies by punching them. Is this practical? No, but it's super fucking cool. Like I said, even though the series was, like, failing big time, I wanted to make that video because I was excited to talk about Baruch. And then they announced the Techrod Encore thing, and I just dropped it. I had the script recorded and everything, and I was like, dude, fuck this. It's not worth it anymore, man. Welcome back, V1 Ultra Kill. On the damage attenuation changes. I mean, I guess I could. When it comes to the videos that are more critical, though, I want them to be... I don't want them to feel forced, I guess. A lot of that stuff is things where, like, I very much want it to be like a from-the-heart kind of thing. It's kind of hard to be like, you know, how do I put this? If someone tells me that I should critique a thing and I don't really have, like, a preconceived idea of what that critique would be, then I don't think it'll come out right, if that makes sense. Another episode of the Astronomy of Warframe. It is currently on the shelf. Dude, fuck, I just make a community post explaining this. Because I get this question often enough, it's pretty warranted. But the Astronomy of Warframe is on an indefinite hiatus. Would you like to be the next Proto-Frame? So someone had an idea in my chat once that Ash and Ember should be the next Proto-Frames, but it should be like their original concepts. So Ash would be female, and Ember would be male, so their Proto-Frames would be gender swapped because the original concept for Ash was female and Ember was male. I think that's a really fucking cool idea. I would love to see something like that. I eat socks? What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Picking up all this random bullshit. Fuck it, go Mythara. Too woke for me. You know, I'm playing Citrine. I should probably talk about... There's a little... Well, I don't think I have any enemies left for this. There's an interesting little mechanic with Citrine that I really like. Funnily enough, this would actually be the easiest to show off in Mirror Defense. Would bitch? Yeah. Fuck them, though. With those... It's, like, the Venus video is one of the things that I'm most proud of when it comes to things that I've made. Because I feel like it's one of those topics that nobody has ever talked about, and I think it deserves to be talked about. But... Ellie Robot Gooner? Hold on. There's no fucking way there's not a message attached to this. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. They have the Hildren glyph. God damn it, my city is awoke. True. Well... yeah, I should show this in Mirror Defense. I'm gonna do regular Mirror Defense, so it doesn't become a problem. But with the Astronomy Series 2, like, the Venus video took 6 weeks. I put a shit ton of research effort into that video. I think there's some things that I should have talked about that I didn't. The fact that I didn't bring up the fucking metallic snow on the peaks of the mountains in the Maxwell Montes mountain range, super fucking stupid on my part. It's such a cool fact. But in general, I'm happy with how they came out. They just take a shit ton of time to make, and people don't watch them.
Mighty good genes they have. Yes.
Mighty good genes they have.
Two men. Smash the crystals. Take the genes. Do the science.
Or a twin spirit. You know, I see the potential there. I'm funding that directly. Yeah, like I said, they just take a shit ton of time. Why early streaming? I mean, why not? I'm trying to do streams at a bit more off-color time, so to speak, so that people will have more opportunities to watch them. Yeah, I was looking forward to doing certain episodes, especially, like, I've mentioned this before, but I think Neptune and Pluto should get their own tile sets, and I've been working on, like, an elaborate plan for that. Okay, well, I have the thing for my pet, which is going to make this a bit of a bitch. I want to show off an interesting thing, but I need to fill the crystal first. This works with Citrine, too, but because my dog is carrying around my, my rock, it's not really gonna... Dude, can I stop grabbing every fucking thing? Holy shit, I'm like a 2-year-old. Fucking next thing I know, my Citrine's gonna stick her Chlorophyll in a live outlet. Nuh-uh. Okay, no, it blew up too fast. Never mind. I guess. But I had a thing that I wanted to do for Pluto and Neptune tile sets for those episodes. I was actually working with Rose on a custom Warframe idea for Neptune as well. Okay, this. This works with Citrine and the crystals, but I wanted to show it with the crystals. Spawn a Spectre. So the crystals will go when an ally shoots something. Oh my god, wait, did they fix it? Dude, I have to kill myself. Spectres used to be able to trigger this. Oh my god, I think they fixed it. It's working with my dog's crystal, but not the innate crystal. That's so lame. That was the strat I used to farm this back in the day. When I was farming this mode, I would throw down a Spectre, and they would just use the rock as a turret. I guess it doesn't seem to work anymore. That's cringe. DE is ruining the game. They've taken everything from me. Fuck this place for real. Anyways. Being exclusive to Phobos. Farms broken billions must starve. Perhaps. I think there are several planets that deserve their own tile sets. Another one that I would love to get its own tile set is Mercury. But I think Neptune and Pluto are the most deserving. The Ant, yeah, people really liked the Ant, so he stays. He just lives on top of the live reaction now. Jump scare. Hope no one here is afraid of ants. Anyways. Busy gooting. Heartbreaking, but also real as fuck. I don't know. I'm just putting on random Warframes at this point. Vauban's rework is on the horizon. Check Pluto's Skybox and Railjack. I mean, I can't always pull that shit up. You know what? Let me play another Weaklings Goon to Wisp. Real Ones Goon to Sevagoth Prime. You know what I'm saying? I think you all know what I'm saying. Let's pull up to the Pluto Skybox, though.
It is difficult
For
to
real.
understand the universe if you only study
Fent Field? Holy shit, dude. We can go get some Fent.
Ready?
I'm pulling up. Is crazy. Honestly, yeah. Look at the thighs on this thing. What the fuck was Liger cooking when they made this? Welcome to the Fent Fields. Dude, I love the skybox for Pluto with this giant... So I postulated before that these would be cities, but the Cephalon fragment says that Pluto contains most like a bunch of manufacturing facilities. I think it would be really cool if like Pluto contained like a Corpus factory tile set of some sort, where you'd play through like these giant factories that were assembling the proxies. Only real ones, Golfagor. There's a lot of stream memes that are really old. Lamb, welcome, Wisp. You know, what's the oldest stream bit that people here can remember? Exceptions of the live streams. The Astronomy of Warframe exists because I went on a multi-hour rant about these things on stream, and people kept asking me, like, do you want to, like, maybe make us a video? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, we'll try it. Did you get all the decrees yet? On fucking real, dude. Naked Leon concept art. Heartbreaking? Planets already. There were multiple people, but... The, what counts as beating Warframe? God, what is the oldest stream bit I can think of off the top of my head is probably It's Right There. That's the oldest one I can think of. One of the earliest big ones I remember. Okay, hold up. Okay, there are people that are watching that have never... Okay, hold on. I have to gather my thoughts. People in chat who have never watched a stream of mine before, I'm politely asking if you could sound off and let me know if this is your first stream. Because I want to show you all cursed knowledge, but I need you to promise me you don't tell DE that this is in the game. If this has gotten fixed, because I haven't done it in a little bit, I will be pissed. But this has not been fixed for years.
The covetous courtier.
I swear to God, please don't tell me they fixed this. Okay, everyone, I need you all to not tell DE. I'm about to show you forbidden tech.
Oh, many envied him, but he cared nothing.
Oh wait, it's blocking me from using the fishing post. Hold on.
Shortchanged me at every turn.
Necessary part of this. Why is the map lighting like that? What the fuck? Whatever. Hold on. Okay. I need you all to keep your lips sealed about this. Implying again that it wasn't fixed. Oh my god, I think they fixed it. I can't interact with the pad. Oh my god, don't tell me this has happened. This is the worst day of my fucking life. They're fixing everything that I thought was funny. I can't interact with the pad when I'm in the process of teleporting. This is the worst day of my life. I-key? Why do they have to fix everything? They take everything that I love away from me. I knew they'd fix it. They'd fixed this type of bug several times before. If you fast traveled and then got onto one of the fishing platforms, you could become the fish. Do it as a Warframe if I remember. I could try that. I could build up my transfer in Surge. Too many high upvoted posts on the subreddit. I didn't show it in weird and obscure stuff. There's no way I could have gotten this fixed. Why do they do this to me? Can you still bonk the TAMs? Probably? I'd have to find one.
Nothing to his name but bad
Whoop.
verses
Nope.
and bile.
Money, Drifter.
No, I need to parry things. That's a good way to build up your meter. Okay, actually, low-key, this is a bit rough because there are 4 heralds. Oop. Bitch. I'm farming. I'm farming my meter. Fuck you. I'm farming my meter. This guy's talking mad shit for someone in Soraka range. I say as it doesn't do anything to him. Did he block it? Look, the dream is still alive. You can't parry that. I don't know why I even tried that. Are you guys gonna, like, try to fight me? What farming they meter? Can I help you? Can these guys try and actually harm me? This is some bullshit. Okay, my transference is ready. Alright, I have to find out. I'm just gonna finish this objective for the hell of it, but I have to find out. Does it still work if you're in your Warframe? You'd probably get teleported back into the Drifter, but... I hate Sirocco. I mean, I feel you, honestly. I don't really like it either. With some decrees, it's fun. I wish that we had more gun options as the Drifter, honestly. The Sirocco's not, like, bad, but it gets a little tiring after a while. Focus Orb? What, charging they Tauron Strike? Okay.
Bombestein was never satisfied. He wanted
Alright.
more.
We'll determine now, does this still work if you're in your Warframe? I also wonder if maybe you could, like, abuse that. I got Chroma? Crazy. Okay, no, you cannot. Okay, question, then. Oh, I'm not going to make it back in time. I was going to say, can I, like, use the pad, and then when the transfer ends and it turns me back into my Drifter, would it kick me back? Dude, they fucking fixed the ability to astral project as a fish. This game sucks. I might have to delete my YouTube channel. There's several stream clips of me doing it, but you used to be able, like I said, to fast travel and interact with the fish point, and then you turn into the fish and teleport. This is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. I'm actually weeping right now. You can't tell because I'm completely monotone. I'm kind of like Claptrap in that regard, but... Started fishing. I have to find new ways to escape the confines of the fish. Ball ass. Suckmut, they patched my favorite bug. You can't escape the fishing arena with fast travel anymore. I'm so sad. Someone at DE has to answer for this. I hate this game. Exactly. First, they fixed Spectres being able to trigger Citrine's Crystal, and now this? Dude, I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out. What fish am I gonna get? I need Seons. I have to pay off... Oh, I got a Xeron. Okay, well... That doesn't really work out. That doesn't really work out at all. I need Seons to pay off my debt to Bayrod. Roughly prison shape. You know, interesting observation. Native American style. Player teleports? I doubt it. I'm guessing that they made a change that you can't interact with things during the animation. I should probably try to find a Tam, though, because I wonder if I can still, like, smack the Tams around. I have Tigress blueprint? Dude, I'm gonna blow my brains out. The Lotus is gonna pull up and find my fucking gray matter on the ceiling. Do I have Bow equipped for this Easter egg? I don't know how many people in the chat know about this. Yeah, this Oregon text says Bow, and if you actually do it and play Bow or Deep Bow, it spawns a crate. These glass might shut life. Damn. The tree and crystal lamp. So one thing, my brother actually 3D printed an Archon shard for me. I'm holding it right now. You can't exactly see it, but I wanted to put colored LEDs in this so I could make it change color, but I never got around to it because I'm lazy as fuck. I do have a 3D printed Archon shard on my desk, though. Is it blue? It is actually white because it was supposed to have lights in it.
Recalibrate it in my favor.
Collect my Scions? God damn it. You're so right, cool kid. I'm pulling up to the function. Eat the barrel of Alex. It's a phenomenal canon line. Translated it all? Oh, I knew that it was translatable, but I didn't know if anyone had translated it yet. That's interesting. Apart from the Pazul fight in 2035 in the Discord, I guess I could probably post one. Lena helped me get all of the stuff to make it, like pulled from some asset dumping Discord, I think. I don't know why I'm still in this Duviri instance. Can you tell that I had no plans for this stream? Because we're just all over the fucking place today. I am thoroughly disappointed. Don't worry, I was playing them earlier. Hold on, we can switch back. We can switch back. There, does this appeal to your sensibilities? I imagine it would. I like how Caliban Prime looks a lot, by the way. I didn't really love his helmet at first, but I've warmed up to it. I actually like it a lot. Better get on the fish grind. Fuck you, Bayra. I'm deleting my Garuda. I wonder how Upgrade is handling this. He doesn't seem to be taking it well. If you look at the live reaction, I don't think he's taking it well. Lose the peg leg? I don't think so. Oh, no, wait, he did. Damn, this was before they took his leg, I guess. I never noticed that. Cool Chroma 369? Damn, dude. Where? Hold on, sorry. I'm fucking... My brain is shutting down. Did they fix Venato Prime Energy? Not as far as I'm aware. I have to keep accepting friends. My goal is to reach the limit of 1,000. Yeah, it's still bugged. That's not my Venato energy color. Heartbreaking. Cool Chroma. IDE. Crazy work. Wukong? Hell no. You know what? We were talking about pondering orbs earlier. Fuck it, dude. Let's grab the orb himself. Hold on. I just want to fuck around. Another pose? Damn. It's time to fucking ponder the orb. The original orb. Am I in a yaoi relationship? I guess that's up to you. I didn't do anything. Please kill a Bolarola. I'll just run one over. Drive by fucking vehicular manslaughter. Actually, probably more accurate. Vehicular Bolarola slaughter. The mecha mark is in my stomach. Well. Off I go. Played frame this year? Yeah, he was. Wukong has been the top played frame most years. I think it's typically traded back and forth between him and Revenant. Well, I gotta eat more people real quick. It's not a fetish thing, I swear. It's how the Warframe works. It's how the Warframe works, goddammit. I'm pondering my orb. I am the orb. I pondered so hard that I became the orb. Dude, Grendel is so fucking fast. I love this shit. I love you, Catapult. Goated augment for real. The orb on the Valis? Exactly. We went to the orb Valis to ponder the orb. I'm gonna be honest, I thought for a second my Kubro was an animal, and I was a little bit concerned that it didn't die. So, from what I've heard with the Wukong thing, a lot of it is due to AFK farming strats. Particularly ones that are popular on the non-North American regions. I also imagine a lot of people do that kind of thing solo. That's a Saga call. Hold up. Glass residents in your area. Where's that Saga? There he is. He's not in a coterie, that's interesting. Usually they spawn in groups. What? Oh, hey! Why'd you mark the Saga? You're scaring him. Okay, well this guy just got abandoned. Rough shit, I guess. Abduction. Aw, dude, what the? Why are they roasting the fuck out of this random bird? Aw, your note is odd. Your note is odd. That's so fucked up, dude. That's so fucked up. Odd. I wonder if that's like, do you think that like my doctor puts that on my fucking, or like a nurse puts that on my chart, dude? Just like additional notes. Odd. Dude, what the fuck? Doctor certified freak? Hey guys. The way it just opened and I just fucking sold, dude, that was like my DoorDash order. What the fuck? Uber Eats driver here, I'm outside. What? That was some whimsical ass shit, I'm not even gonna lie. Hey guys. Yep. Taking those two. Taking those two. Don't mind me. Fuck it. You guys can have one of them back. Meals on a wheel. Odd kid here. Taco van. Blended. Dude, I'm fucking... This is hard to control. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really know where we're going. I'm just picking a direction and driving right now. That's what's happening. Hey, guys. Bomb. I'm just gonna run this dude over. Dude, the way that their body just fucking went flying. Oh my god. I'm just gonna run this guy over. Hold up. Don't mind me. I'm just... Dude, some things will never get old, and one of those things is funny ragdoll physics. Another one of those things is the children of anti-vaxxers. But dude, this fucking is a whimsical ass... Oh my god. People tell me that my sense of humor is terrible when I do shit like this on stream and think it's funny, but I won't deny. God damn it, I do think it's fucking funny. Hey, you ran over. True. I'm out here fucking running over these dudes. Welcome to Wii Sports. Oh, that's such a good Warframe. I know some people really didn't like Grendel's rework because Shotgun Grendel got removed, and you know, that's completely fair, but now I can do shit like this, so... Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Go up bouncing on it, and by it, let's just say, my meatball. Blended. Can I run over this? Well, bouncing up and down does damage it. Yippee, yippee. What the fuck? Oh, it's one of the turrets. Well, gotta bounce, as they say. You know what? We can actually, deadass, we can ponder the orb right now. You guys ready to ponder the orb? But not Grendel. I like how it didn't kick me out of Meatball. I think it's just north of me, wherever the fuck that is. Let's ponder the orb. We spurred on them. Yeah, let's ponder the orb. Hey, dude. Ponder the orb? And this orb is in a pond. Dude, we might be onto something. Third orb release this year. Trust me. Giant energy globe. Orb to orb communication, dude. I'm trying to tap into his brain so I can let him know he has to wake the fuck up. Do we know anything? This orb mother has sat here asleep since Fortuna released. It's just never coming out at this point, I don't think. There's a Narmer drone watching it now post-New War. Oh, I'm gonna roll down the hill into the water. Not a fan of that. I need to eat a guy real quick. Hold up. I'm positively famished. Okay, cool. That is the orb father. Is he hiding so he doesn't have to pay orb child support to the exploiter? That would make sense considering all the coolant arachnoids. Combo meal. How's your guys' day going? Oh, that's a Vermink. I think. Oh my god. There's two of them. Wait, nope, 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 nope. I got you, I got you. Kidnapping, kidnapping.
Quite young.
Okay, wait, hold on. The ears on this guy are small.
When they can be tamed.
So this is the old fur pattern then.
Male.
Okay, hold on. I gotta continue. I did not mean to use my horse. I gotta continue with my hypothesis on something real quick. Hold up. Could y'all fucking knock it off, please? I'm busy. We're doing science. Both males? Yeah, they were gay. Many such cases in the Vermink community. Okay.
A tuft of fur. There'll be creatures nearby.
All right, Wally, you're gonna have to turn your headphones off for a moment. We're gonna have to play the mating call. We reproduce only reluctantly. Can you eat the drone? Unfortunately, no. So Wally's expert opinion. Okay, please be a white-breasted. I need it to be a white-breasted for science. It's a 70% chance. So if my odds aren't dog shit. Yes, look! He's using the different... Okay, hold on. I think it actually is different depending on if they were called by the beacon or not. Look at his ears! They're so much bigger! Dude, what the fuck is wrong with this game? I think that the Verminks genuinely use a different, look when they naturally spawn. Dude, I'm getting bombed right now. Hello?
Easy now, sweet thing.
He's all ears. Yeah, their ears are bigger, which is what shows that they're using the new look. Some Saga up there. What kind, actually? Glossy? Okay, don't care. The problem is if I use the pheromone synthesizer, it gives you a much better odds of spawning a red crested, and I want a dusky headed if possible. Saga on these nuts? True. More Saga. They're flossy, I don't care. Don't care, didn't ask, plus, you're white. My stupid Shud Vermink son. Okay, let's try with the pheromone synthesizer. Get to deploy the Vermink chemicals. Plus you're white-breasted. You know, speaking of chemicals, I have to ask, chat, does anyone actually drink Sunny D? Sunny D's nuts. Sorry, I had to get ahead of the joke. Does anyone here actually drink Sunny D? That shit is awful. That shit tastes like straight chemicals. It is the most made-in-a-lab drink I've ever had in my life. Maybe I'm alone on this. I feel like just drink real orange juice. Sunny D some fuck shit. I've never drank a I've never had a liquid that tastes dry until Sunny D. But, you know, that's how it is. Fuck ass drink. I'm just gonna ignore that Condor dropship. Isn't alcohol dry? I wouldn't know. I don't drink. I am a little bitch baby, as they'd say. Wait, that was a Bolarola. Red-crested. Yeah, this guy's using the new look as well.
That's a red-crested Vermink.
Because he's got the spots and the big ears.
Since the age of the Oracle.
Furs. Interesting. Hold up, hold up.
Revived along with the old
Wally, is that your nemesis? It's a spotted Bolarola. I think Gareth is technically a thorny. Look at him. What a cool little guy.
I never thought
You guys think we could eat the Bolarola? Should we try?
Subspecies crafted in the gene forges of the Oracle themselves.
But here it is.
Not only did I eat him, he didn't even go into my stomach. He just fucking evaporated. What the fuck? He didn't... Dude, I didn't even eat him to power my kit. That was just for the love of the game. What the fuck? Holy shit, dude. I just disintegrated that guy for no purpose. Senseless violence. Random act of cruelty on the 369 live stream. Holy shit. I feel like every time I stream, we always end up encountering some fuck shit like this. Don't look at those parts of the amp chart. I swear it's not a trick. I don't know if I trust you. Looks like Assad. I don't have shock collar equipped, okay? Under the Oracle Ball? Perhaps. Well, I'm going back to Fortuna. Can I please? Why is your meatball so fast? The power of catapult. Okay, hold up. There was a thing I was gonna do, and it immediately left my brain. Right, hold on. I remember now. The Hassan build. No, it would be in the claws, I guess. The Hassan build. Gotta make sure to put on shot collar. I have this screenshot I took with Bayrat. It was, we were doing Captura, and it was me playing Volt, shocking him when he was Varuna. You know, Nightcap, what are you up to?
So, what can I help you with there, mate?
Fuck it. Why not? I've got nothing better to do with my time. We're just doing some bullshit today.
Right there.
This stream has nothing happening, and people are watching it because the standards for content on YouTube are that low in the Warframe community, I think. Got me fucked up for real. My dog is bouncing off the walls.
Corpus, it is my delight to announce the most.
Can you equip Shock Collar on me? What the hell? Respectfully, I only equip Shock Collar on Nitro. I have to keep him in line. I have to deploy the shock so he stops being racist. Uh-oh, hold on. Alcohol is expensive. I mean, I respect that. This is kind of like, you can have like a virtual lobotomy. I think that's pretty cool. Through the power of the internet, you can lobotomize yourself. Bro is clicker trained. I mean, not quite. Not yet. Bouncing off the walls. Yeah, he had so much excess energy. He had to dissipate it. It's like in Prime 3, whenever you have to, when you overload on Phazon. No one here is gonna get that fucking reference, actually.
Whatever they're doing right now. Fruits and fruits have control. Make sure nothing happens.
Bomb them. Bomb them again. Bottom Boy 369? That's fucking crazy. I do. Someone here has played the peak that is Prime 3. I still haven't played Prime 4. I'm hoping to pick it up with my birthday show coming up. I might have a little bit of spending money to buy it. I've heard Prime 4 isn't as good as the original trilogy, but I don't give a shit. I still want to try it. Bill Button? Heartbreaking.
That's about it.
Famously mocked the champagne communist Nepo nephew? Utterly incomprehensible. Utterly incomprehensible. Paywalling music. For some reason, yes. One of the amiibos, I don't know if this has been changed or not, but one of the amiibos was required to hear the Desert soundtrack, which is fucking crazy.
Just like Nako would have done.
Have you ever tried it? Shooting gallery? And finally, this, I'm not walking into a D's nuts joke here. I can't piece together in my brain how that would even work. No. I just lost all of my momentum when I did that. I'm pulling up into the, oh wait, this is Critter Liberation. We have to save Wally's kind. I think these guys still use the old red-crested model. Shooting these nuts, how I got them? Damn.
Let me guess.
Damn it. I should have known. I like how pissed Neff sounds.
Corporate's got mercs converging nearby. Get in there and stand your ground until they stop coming.
Venus is a stand your ground planet. And god damn it, I will be standing my fucking ground. What's a real question? Heartbreaking. Cool Kid gets asked a real question and immediately assumes it's a D's nuts joke because I just have to be constantly aware of these things. Flash. Interesting.
Combat's about to get real messy.
Sounds a bit Scottish. I don't hear any difference personally. I don't really like Rhaegar in Mirror Defense though. Same voice actor, but I feel like he speaks in a weirdly like dumbed down fashion. Not a huge fan of that. Officially Friday now. I've still got 8 more hours. I'm still safe. Dude, that means it's Floppa Friday for you though. I wouldn't complain about that. Who doesn't love Floppa Friday? Blowing everyone up real quick.
Half of them down. Fruits and roots are feeling better already.
Wood. Dude, I can't bring up a single goddamn character without my chat getting freaky. Told us to do it. Fucking banger. Extremely funny. Huh, interesting. I'll have to try that. Freaky Cool Kid chat. Open world, so what gives? I think it's because it's built on the back of the Valis code, and that got brought over. It's still dumb. I won't deny that. Wood to a child. I mean, that's true. Well, here's the problem though. When Duvir was new, people kept saying, when are they adding the horny spiral? And it's like, Thrax is a child. The spirals are reflections of Thrax's mood. No, there will not be a horny spiral. There should not be a horny spiral. Hi, Mania. What's up? Was the horny spiral? Honestly, low-key. Bumble Trumpet. It's a Caliban reference.
Is that a bumble trumpet? We all better hold on tight then.
Is he fell asleep. Dude, my dog just jumped that guy. That's what it's like when you're like fucking Jehovah's Witnesses going door to door, then the Pitbull owner opens up. Dude, they fucking mauled the shit out of that guy.
Happy? Now get back to
Broadling. Grim. I like the front-facing Cool Kid. It's like he's fucking mortified with what he just witnessed. Ow. Wait, I hear it. There he is. Wake up, my chudling son. You guys know what would be really epic? Time to get the Yippee. I love the Yippee. Honestly, Valis Undermined was just straight up the autism update. Not only do we get the Yippee, but you also have to collect mushrooms. Great update. I think it was Ellie who suggested that I use the Yippee sound effect for whenever I get a new like channel member, but I don't use Streamlabs, so I don't have the integration for that. I don't think. The Jehovah's Witnesses, that's true. White chudlings are so cake. I think they just felt like it.
Heard something interesting from one of the taxmen before they
Also, why is it that the elemental ammo you get from the mushrooms works on Incarnate when it doesn't from anyone else? I find that so annoying. Like, Sight can't do it, Araxia can't do it, Uriel can't do it, but the fucking mushrooms can do it? Youch. Do I have a 40% heat debuff? No, that's adaptation. Why is it red? Evil adaptation be like? You're 40% more vulnerable. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Yeah, look, these are the old red-crested Vermink models. They don't have the spots, and they have the smaller ears and the more pronounced crest. Is it sentient? True. Also, this terminal's on backwards. Huh. Alright, come on, guys. We got places to be, and it is, this is not one of them. have Toxin. I think that got fixed. Does that still work? Because I know that there was a period of time where it did, but I could have sworn that got
The
fixed.
circle can be brutal sometimes.
On adaptation,
but it can also be
heartbreaking.
cute as a button. You did good saying
2
this
secondary
all, though.
encumbers? Dude, I'm pissed.
You let them do what?
Going into my whimsical mushroom portal. I don't know how this exists, but
My word.
it's fine, it's fine. The fuck with them? I respect that, Wally. Blended. You see, the fact that Valence Formation can actually affect Incarnins is just another Lavos W. That's all I'm saying. Another one? I wonder if people aren't including funny messages or if it's broken again. It's probably broken again. There's no way none of these people did it. The game just constantly doesn't show them. Heartbreaking. Fuck it. Let's put Lavos back on. Actually, I want to show a particular thing with, this technically I don't think is that obscure. But... yeah, we'll just go here. That's fine. This is one of the things that I was thinking about when I made my community tab post for, like, what are weapon, like, Warframe combos you like. Lavos is a lot of fun with Vidaria, because his, Valence Formation guarantees a blast proc on not only the initial hit, but also all of the lightning strikes, which is a lot of fun.
Cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on.
Boom.
Sending auxiliary life support.
Yeah, like that. This is a very fun combo. Technically, you could do whatever you wanted. Like, if I want, I can switch to gas. Leave the lingering clouds as well. Valence Formation is such an underrated... well, not underrated, but I feel like underexplored augment. The potential of this augment is fucking crazy. You can do so much wacky shit with Valence Formation. It's awesome. These guys are dying before I can even fucking shoot them. Scropa Light Trencher Summon Tutorial. You say summon, is it like, am I gonna have to, like, do you have to look in your mirror at 3 AM and say Scropa Light Trencher 3 times? Say Scropa D's Nut, and he'll appear in your room at 3 AM. Get maximum blasting? Yeah, that's kind of the typical strat. So here's the thing with Valence Formation. Like, there's a lot that makes it really good. I've considered making a video about the potential of this augment and some of the cool stuff you can do with it, because it's got so many interesting interactions. Lavos in general just has a lot of cool stuff going for him.
I delivered a life support
But,
capsule to the area.
so, in comparison to Elemental Ammo, Valence Formation has a few really important differences. One, obviously it works on all weapon types, including your melees. But also, Valence Formation is treated as an elemental mod. So this 200% buff is treated as a 200% gas mod, which buffs your gas damage. Normally, there aren't any other gas mods other than leaded gas, so that's really good. The other thing, Elemental Ammo has a really dumb problem in that if the hit kills the enemy, then the Elemental Ammo doesn't trigger. Which is, funnily enough, and very ironically, makes Elemental Ammo on sight not very good on sniper rifles. But with Lavos, if a hit kills an enemy, it will still proc the infused element, unlike with Elemental Ammo. Which means that for things like sniper rifles, you're able to much more reliably benefit from the effect. Which lets you do stuff like this. I'm basically fucking... I'm just over here playing a point and click at this point. Hello again, welcome, Sci-Fi. I'm showing people the way of a Valence Formation. Low-key, I feel like if I had to pick an augment that's, like, the best augment in the game, I'd probably give it to this one. Yes, I'm biased. No, I don't care. Look at him go. Look at him go. Walking into the fucking invisible field of death. This is like the NASA hydrogen fire. What it's like to go outside in Iowa when a fucking anhydrous ammonia truck has crashed in your neighborhood. Dude, this augment is fucking crazy. I'm not even hitting dudes in the head because they keep fucking dying and falling over or, like, staggering from walking into the gas clouds. This is so fucked up. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. Excuse me. Could you hold still, maybe? Oh, right, I don't have lockdown on. I guess that's a fixable problem, though. Oops. Yeah, knock your shit off, please. There we go. Oh, I actually got the blast proc that time. That's kind of funny. That's what I have modded on. I missed that butcher's head. Hello? I'm washed? The procs. Yeah, Valence Formation lets you do a lot of crazy stuff. Like, even if there are technically, what, like, augments you could argue are stronger by the numbers, I think that Valence Formation just has, like, the most potential of any augment. There is so much ridiculous shit you can do with it. Like, for example, if you want, you can use, I don't know if I have Influence on right now, actually, but you can use this, yeah, I do. You can use Valence Formation to proc Influence, and then switch to a completely different element and spread it. This is just like the gas damage propaganda fucking stream at this point, it feels like. But yeah, there's so much cool stuff that you can do with it. It can be complete heartbreaking. Better than Warframe is? That's an interesting take. Dude, I don't know why I'm even still in this mission. I'm just having fun fucking headshotting and watching everyone evaporate.
Extraction is available if you need it.
Incredible Gassy is real sci-fi. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to block you for that one. my bad. You left me no choice. Vulcan Blitz and Valence Formation. So Vulcan Blitz, I don't know if you would even need Valence Formation for that, honestly. I actually don't think that it works on those things, weirdly enough. That's one thing Elemental Ammo does have over Valence Formation. I don't believe that things like the Sobek work with it, at last I tested. But I know that there's a lot going on with Jack Kitag because of its slam status chance. Someone posted a thing about using Vulcan Blitz and Inaros to group enemies up and then hitting them with a ground finisher to blow them up, which is honestly pretty clever. Heal! So this is just a point-and-click adventure game. I'm tanky enough that as long as I periodically cast my one... Honestly, if I had on Arcane Grace, I wouldn't even need to do that. I just cannot hit dudes in the head, though. Holy shit. I'm just washed as fuck. Could you guys hold still, maybe? Jesus, thank you. Yeah, Peak Augment, Peak Warframe. Cool Kid Lavos Guide coming out in 2035. Or some fucking bullshit. Help! Okay, I'm good. Ignore that happened. Ignore that it's happening again. I'm fine. It's fine. I do not have a skill issue. You don't have to say anything. On Valence Formation? You know, perhaps. Cool. Universal weapon damage abilities? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Are you running Swift Fight? No, not personally. Think Reb will ever grace us with Tenet Archititron? I'm gonna go with probably not. Oh, well, we're getting more friend requests. Yeah, I have a Do Not Disturbed on whenever I stream. People will spam me otherwise. Also applies to breachers. Oh, is that what you mean? with the weapons coded as abilities benefiting from it. I don't use subsumes on Lavos, so it's not something I've really messed with much. Of the game. I have seen that he's, or like the playthrough, in terms of like that it exists. I have not watched it though. Also, Valence Formation has another interesting effect with Lavos. Its buff affects the procs of his abilities. It's a really weird thing, but like genuinely, I think that Valence Formation is one of the most egregious examples of a mandatory augment in the entire game. Because even if you're playing around nuking with his abilities, you still have to take it, because it buffs your fucking DOTs from your abilities. I don't know why it does that, but it does. And it's very much worth taking. Let me put my Cedo back on. I think that, yeah, I don't have this as the default skin. There we go. You know, there's also, I guess I don't have a setup for it, but Cedo's alt fire is surprisingly good with a ballistic battery. Why am I getting flooded with these people are offline and will not receive this message? Hello? Alchemy Fisher? Oh my god.
Stand by while I analyze the
Is unheard of? That's true. Hold up, I gotta pull up into this mission.
Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
Into literal gods. About the ballistic battery thing. Yeah, I'm familiar with the strategy. Yeah, Valence Formation is fucking... I love this augment, and I also hate this augment. I know that sounds weird to say, but... Not only do you have to run it, but I know that a lot of people, like, started playing Lavos because of it, and that made me kind of sad. I've loved Lavos since his release. He's been my favorite frame, or one of them, for a long time. And it's kind of sad to me that a lot of people, I'll see them like use the augment and just not engage with his wider kit. It's like, damn, man, there's so much cool stuff you can do with this guy, but a lot of people just do not care. I'm stuck here instead. What do you mean stuck here? You're trying to make sure you don't miss any new cool kid lore until we make the, like, the Katanak room or some bullshit. The Katakuk chair. Is this skitty as I am? Damn. Interesting progression there, to go from I played Lavos because I'm horny to I played Inaros because he's just like me for real. Wild progression. Dude, my Kubro keeps stealing all my fucking kills. This is so fucked up. Oh my god. I'll play Warframe for fun. I've talked about my theory with this before, but I think a lot of people genuinely treat this game like a job. In terms of, like, their mindset. Because it's very common, and I think this is also part of why content from creators that do build videos and stuff succeeds so much, is because a lot of players don't want to learn the game. They just want to move from one grind to the next. Like, they see the game as like a series of grinds to complete, right? And they want to do whatever makes those grinds the most efficient. They can move on to the next grind. Which is, I think, also part of why content like, you know, the Astronomy of Warframe and the 1999 ARG video don't really do well, is a huge contingent of the community does not care about the game's story or world or anything like that. They play the game to be efficient, and I'm not saying that you can't play the game that way. If that's what you find fun, that's fine. But I think a lot of people don't find it fun, and at that point I don't really know why they approach it with that mindset. Like, Nightmare Frame, when I was reacting to his reaction to my video, had this brief side tangent about how basically there's no room for fun builds when people like don't have a lot of time to play and they just need to be efficient. But I don't really subscribe to that idea. In my view, like, if you're not enjoying yourself, what's the point of even playing the game? I don't know. Warframe is a game with a massive sandbox, and for me, a huge part of the fun is just finding out what you can do with it. There's so much cool shit that you can pull off in this game, and so many interesting, like, synergies between items and warframes and weapons. I think it's such a shame that there's a lot of people that, just, you know, grab their Revenant or their Wukong, and they just play the game that way. Never got founded in Warframe? Huh. If I'm following this correctly, that's an interesting observation. X needs buffs crowd. In the corner? Yeah, someone posted it in Grattler game. I'm like, yeah, I'm using this. Fuck, did I credit them? I don't know who posted this. I can't look now because the streamer mode thing truncates it. And have fun later. And I get that mentality when it comes to, like, trying to grind things efficiently. But Warframe has so many grinds that, to be honest, you can't have that mentality for long. There are way too many grinds. Fully fictional animals? Quite a few, actually, yeah. My chat cannot contain itself. The addition of the proto-frames was the worst thing they ever added to Warframe because it made Warframe players hornier than they've ever been, which is impressive. Faster and easier. I honestly don't think that's a terrible assessment. Like, this made me genuinely kind of sad to see, but the status tier list, a huge goal of mine when I made that video was I want people to learn how these things work so that they can learn how to build their own stuff well. And I got a lot of comments that were like, you know, thank you for making this. Now I can understand when I should use different status effects. But I also got a ton of comments that were like, so I should just use Blast, Viral, and Heat on everything? And it's like, no. Like, you're missing the point. Like, yeah, I guess you can, but no status effect is supposed to be a one-size-fits-all solution. I really wanted to highlight the different strengths of different status effects. Even when I was talking about the weaker ones, I still wanted to highlight where they could be used well. But so many of my comments were just like, oh, so I should just use the stuff in the top tier? And it's like, no? If you want, you can put Viral Heat on things if you're feeling lazy. Dude, I do that all the fucking time. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video was for you to learn how these things work. And also, the tier list was just like a mechanism for that to happen. Then there is no game. Yeah, I feel you there. Speaking of the status tier list sci-fi, I hope it was worth the wait. I hope that the wait of, what was it, like fucking 4.5 years was worth it for that sequel. I put a lot of fucking effort into that video. Want to use Heat less. Heat Inherit is honestly a mechanic that you don't have to play around. I don't think that it's necessary at all. I didn't understand it for a long fucking time, and I still thought Heat was S tier, and I stand by that opinion. On a dance floor? That could go hard. Made it a success. Respectable. Another big hope for mine, of mine, when it comes to those videos, is that my hope is that, like, even if you disagree with me, you can at least understand why I think the way I do. I'll admit, when people express their disagreement with my content, it's very often the case that they don't disagree with me for what I think is a legitimate reason. Which, to kind of explain what I mean, people will often, when they, like, articulate a criticism, they don't actually elaborate on what specifically they disagree with, or they attack a version of your argument that is much easier to defeat, right? They straw man what you're saying, or just don't acknowledge your argument at all. And that shit drives me crazy. I'd say for all of the comments that critique my videos, maybe like 1 in 5, if that, actually critiques something and acknowledges my argument or engages with it in some capacity. For real discussion with. I mean, you could see it that way. Killing Nova Umbral in real life? Damn. As Shiro put it, Corvex's radiation lasts for years. Video was subjective. Yeah, and the tier list part was just a vehicle to explain things. Some people get really caught up in the tiers. Because you can't see it? Really? I've been working my way through the Old Testament slowly, so I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'll admit that just, like, oftentimes when I've been working on stuff, I have nothing playing because I need to be able to listen. Nova Umbral died? No, he's still alive. The joke is just that the Corvex video killed his career. Dumbest thing ever? Interesting. That was too woke. Heartbreaking. Unfortunately, this is a woke channel. I'm sorry, everyone. The Culture War Battleground has come to Cool Kid 369. Uh-oh. Dude, welcome to the fucking Murmur are here trying to crease my shit. I am in a sea of they-thems because I don't know what gender a fucking leg is. This game is woke as fuck. I'm in John Evil. Get these guys off my fucking block, please. I just want to sleep already. Think Man in the Wall is anti-woke? Perhaps.
Air pressure management. Stay limber, biped. You know,
Hold on.
with your limbs.
Basis bubble spam is ruined by CC. Hold on, I'm reading this on my other monitor. Wait, what the fuck is happening in my game? Why can't I use my operator? Hold up. I have to kill this guy real quick. What was that shit? Picking up the reactant launched the fucking AMP4. Hello? Hello, Biden. It's Zelensky. We need 5 billion rockets. I just see Sci-Fi your response just where you dropped on your head as a child. Real as fuck. Okay, hold on. Any radial banish at all? What? That's just wrong. Am I reading this correctly, Sci-Fi? Said that Rift Surge doesn't cause a radial banish? That's just a lie. What? Fibonacci grew on me. I really like the Kavia. Their Syndicate story is easily my favorite. It's just wrong. Honestly, Warframe players have an insane capacity to say wrong shit with complete confidence. Don't get me wrong, I've spread misinformation from time to time. I fuck up and say things that aren't true, but I do my best to correct the record. There are a lot of Warframe players that just fucking lie. Just for the love of the game. Under the old guide? You can tell bro did not watch the video. Hold up, I need that shit. I used my Nidri earlier. I'm stuck in the ceiling, but it's fine because we got Ivara's hat. In 2026. Wild. Name a more iconic duo. I will say, like, Warframe is a super complex game, and I think that occasionally being wrong makes sense. I mean, dude, I do it all the time. Just on, like, the last stream, I said that I thought that Arcane Arachne was multiplicative on weapons, and found out, no, I misremembered. It was multiplicative on, or with ability strength on abilities. It's additive on weapons. Like, I've played this game for 10,000 fucking hours, and I got corrected on that. Like, that's normal, I think. But some Warframe players, like, the amount of shit that you could just test. This, pisses me off so much. When I made, I think it was the Astronomy of Warframe, so many people were like, well, you can just go back to the old Valis with creator mode. No, you can't. This has not been the case. Literally ever. And it takes 30 seconds to test it. It makes me so fucking mad. I have been told that, at this point, probably hundreds of times. Just use creator mode to go back to the old Valis. No, it doesn't fucking work. And it would take 0 effort to test this. I'm sorry, I might be cutting out because I'm raising my voice, because this makes me so mad. Just go fucking look. It would take so little effort to verify if you're right or wrong. It makes me so mad. Because you can't see the AoE. Fucking ridiculous shit, dude. Absolutely absurd. Like, the only way you can go back to Old Fortuna is by replaying the quest, while during the quest replay, you'll be back on the original Fortuna, or if the host of your lobby is on the Old Fortuna, as in they haven't completed the new war. And it really pisses me off, because it would take so little for them to let you go back to the old Valis. It's still in the game. I don't understand why you can't just go back to it. Same with the old Flames. Dude, there's so much shit like that that makes me mad. People just, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Like, the wiki has information on it that's incorrect at times, and people cite the wiki when it's incorrect. But you could just... Some stuff is just so easy to test. And people just don't fucking do it, and it makes me mad. The old ballast. Fortunately, yes. The Captura scenes are still the old open worlds. Really weird we've never gotten the new open world as Captura scenes, but I digress. Thought they were all annoying. Well, if you don't want to see the Solaris, like, stomach heads, you can just enable creator mode. It does hide that, fortunately.
We have a new pressure target.
Or new Fortuna. I think they should just tie it to creator mode, honestly. Just make it so if you have creator mode on, you go back to the old ones. Yeah, like, that's the thing, is the argument of, like, it's for space reasons or anything, or, like, technical reasons, no, I don't buy that, because if your host is pre-New War, you can just go back. Alice know about the man in the wall? It's kind of hard to say. It's implied to me from what Rel says that the man in the wall was not well known about. Because even the Lotus didn't know about it in that quest, saying that it was this, like, Rel was going insane from void exposure. I would wager Ballast, at least at first, probably didn't. If he did by the time he was an armor, I guess I can't say. Host can't do an armor bounty? That's true. He is steaming organs. Someone said they got PTSD from Owie's the fucking death scene? That's crazy. Some Red Veil bullshit or something. I don't think Red Veil existed yet. I mean, I guess he is alive in the modern day, but... Into SpaghettiOs? You might be cooking with that one. What, dude, what the... I'm just getting knocked on my ass. Dude, fucking deploy the trunk monkey. Trunk monkey? Jesus, I can't fucking talk. Send out my thing. Send out the transmutation probe. Ponder my orb immediately. I need universal orbs. Ow, shit. I don't have universal orbs. I have no fucking knockdown immunity. I need my orbs. I need my orbs. Find my pages. Is anyone's game? It do be like that. Sometimes you just become a terrorist, I think. One of the strongest frames? Honestly, yes. Lavos having the power to transmute things, including in lore, transmuting himself into his primed form. Yeah, Lavos is fucking crazy, OP. Like, from a canon perspective. Warframe power scaling. I do wonder, though, like, I feel like when it comes to, like, canonically powerful frames, another one that I think is extremely canonically powerful is Nova. Control over antimatter is one of the most, like, destructive things you could possibly do. I also think that isn't antimatter, like, technically the most expensive material that we can make? I know it's up there. It's insanely expensive to produce. Boom, use a certain void entity. Peep? Go, my fucking corrosive spitter. We can make antimatter? Yeah. They also, fuck, when did they do the anti-hydrogen emission spectra thing? That was like 5 or 10 years ago? That was honestly really cool, though, that we managed to get enough anti-hydrogen atoms to measure its emission spectra and prove that it was identical to hydrogen's. Apparently Horror-y. I don't think they would really do, like, canon relationships like that, other than, of course, Grendel and Gauss being gay for each other. Dude, I wonder, do you guys think that CERN will ever end the world? What even is antimatter? It's kind of what it sounds like. Antimatter is just, like, the opposite of matter, in terms of, like, its particles have opposite charges. So instead of the electron, which is negatively charged, it's the positron. And frustratingly, instead of the proton, it's the anti-proton, which is negative. The main thing with antimatter that makes it so incredibly dangerous is if like a proton and an antiproton touch each other, they undergo a process called annihilation, where they completely destroy each other and turn into energy, which is extremely destructive. Have you watched Steins Gate? I have not. I know there's also some stuff, because if memory serves, certain radioactive decay chains, I believe, also produce antimatter. Doesn't, like... Someone correct me here. Doesn't beta decay... that was a horrible voice crack. Doesn't beta decay produce a positron or something? Dude, I took chemistry in 10th fucking grade. I don't even remember. I think that's how that works. Part of my PhD, they're not gonna end the world. Anti-Cool Dog has a PhD. I didn't know dogs could get that. I still think it's funny that people believe that CERN was gonna end the world, though. That the entire universe is destroyed. I mean, there are probably things out there, but not any that come to mind. Yeah, I took chemistry in high school. My uncle was the teacher, which made it easier, but I'm not gonna lie, like, I really liked the subject, but as my uncle put it, No Child Left Behind made it so that kids that, you know, like, succeeded really couldn't thrive because it was all lowest common denominator curriculum. So I read the whole fucking textbook. Because I would just, like, I got bored of how, like, little we were progressing in the class. But like I said, that was when I was in 10th grade. That was a long time ago now. I'll have to watch the entirety of Professor Dave's fucking chemistry series. PhD in Farkology. Wild. I like things like chemistry and particle physics and stuff, but I'm by no means an expert. I know, like, probably more than the average person, but not nearly enough. Not nearly enough to even have, like, an intermediate understanding of these things. Is that a host thing? Yeah, apparently, for some reason, only if you're the host they look like that. It's kind of annoying. Can you become more based? Probably not. I think that it's all downhill from here, actually. But I'm 23 and still unemployed. I was saying, I turn 24 soon, which has me fucked up. Oh, I almost killed myself again. Quantum physics so fucked. I think it's honestly really fascinating. Okay, you know what pisses me off about quantum physics? Electron orbitals. What the fuck was the universe on when that decided to become a thing? Learning about the different orbital types hurts my head. I can't even think of them all off the top of my head, because there was a particular order that I learned it in. To remember it for tests and stuff. But, dude, fuck that nonsense. Fuck that nonsense. You know, when you first enter chemistry, it's like, here's like the Bohr model, or like the Lewis dot diagram, and it's easy. And then you look at the electron orbitals when you actually learn how things really work, and you're like, dude, what the fuck is this nonsense? Not a fan of that. Where? Here we go. For actual science, yeah, I'll be honest, I really like learning about science. But actually applying it is fucking miserable. Learning, like, the math to, like, you know, balance a chemical equation, or physics especially, dude, fuck that. Doing the math for physics is awful. Probably, yeah, and then probably, what is it, the Heisenberg uncertainty principle? About how, like, you can only know the properties of an electron in terms of, like, its spin or its location, I think? And it's like, dude, what the fuck is this garbage? Have fun, see ya, sci-fi. Or not that bad. I think for me, a lot of it's just like the 3D geometry element of it. When you like see the visual representations of what they look like. It's the same for like covalent bonds, where they're what's the term? I can't remember if it's polar or non-polar. I think it's polar. For ones that have like a slight charge because of the actual like geometry of them, like how water is set up in such a way that it bends the hydrogen atoms so that one side is slightly charged one way and one slightly the other. Stuff like that where it's just like, dude, what the fuck? Got me fucked up for real, dog. I thought this shit was easy. When I learned about like the atom in like, you know, 7th grade, I was like, oh, that's not that bad. And then you get into, like, how chemistry actually works, and you're like, man, fuck this. I am not about that. I think it's super fascinating to learn about, but it's a lot to get your head around. I would bite them. I respect that, honestly. The middle school material. Dude, I had a weird experience in high school. This was actually also my 10th grade chemistry class. We were asked to put the electromagnetic spectrum in order, from lowest or longest wavelength to shortest wavelength. I was the only one that got it right in a class of 32 students. I learned that in 6th grade. I was really surprised. There were a lot of smart kids in my class that did not know it. I didn't think it was that difficult. I don't know. The basics of, like, the wavelengths for that, I don't think are terribly difficult. That's a big fucking class. Not when I was in school. Recite it to us from memory? Well, there are 7 that I can think of that are relevant. From longest wavelength to shortest, I believe it's radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma rays. If memory serves, that's the order. But in different ways. Well, I think that, like, people are always going to be stupid about certain topics, right? I don't think you can, like, if you asked me, hey, cool kid, how do I fix my sink? I'm a fucking moron at fixing sinks. Like, it's something I've said before, like, I don't think anyone is stupid so much as that they're just not smart about certain things. And that's not a bad thing. Not everyone's supposed to be smart about everything. Then again, there are some things you should be smart about, as, like, a baseline. But NerdKid369, look, I don't know. I don't think I'm particular. Like, I am a nerd, but not to the extent that I would consider myself, like, a high echelon nerd. I have people who are, like, astrophysics undergrads and stuff that enter my DMs like, hey, I could help you with the next astronomy at Warframe. Like, dude, I think you're too smart for my dumbass YouTube channel. Fucking hell. I finished my lemonade, and I've been drinkless for, like, the last 30 minutes. I probably should have gotten something. Wish I could fix my sink, though. Get no advice from me. Because they have no natural predators. That's a fucking bagger quote. I think you're right. Fuck plate tectonics. That's how mountains are made. Have to be bipolar thanks to Cool Kid. But can atoms be bisexual? I should ask Vsauce Michael. And, you know, there are a lot, like, I enjoy science stuff in general, but there's a lot of science areas I don't know anything about. Thank you, Torn, for upgrading to Coolest Kid. Water is mountain's natural predator? That's true, actually. But, like, one area that I'm not really knowledgeable on that I should honestly read up more about is pharmacology, like medicines and stuff like that. It's one of those areas that is really interesting, but I don't really know much about it. I took college-level anatomy when I was in high school. Fun class, by the way. So I learned a little bit about how certain things happen there. But I honestly have forgotten so much of what I learned in anatomy. I'm not even going to lie to you all. But I think also zoology is another thing I should learn more about. Like, I know kind of the basics. I think I've told this story before. My grandma's actually a biologist. She has her master's in biology, and she's an expert on mosquitoes, of all things. Was the Joe you speak of? Oh, nah. In water, chimps will drown. Use health for energy. Necros, if they rework him for your planets, unreal, unfucking real. I'm getting my ass beat. Nope, that's a toxic. Woo! I'm fine. I'm fine. So I annihilate. Your grandma is an expert on the enemy. You could see it that way. I've told this story before. My grandma, because she was because she is a biologist. Growing up, she had a lot of weird animals. Chief among them, a big-ass tarantula. I think his name was Harry? Something like that. But a big-ass tarantula. And he had his own enclosure that my grandma kept. And my brother Holton told me this hilarious story. When he was a kid, my grandma was cleaning out the enclosure, so the tarantula wasn't in it. So my grandma has like a front, like a, what's the word? Like an indoor front porch, basically. And that was where she kept a lot of that stuff. Like her various animal specimens and things. So, because Harry wasn't out there in his enclosure, my grandma got my brother Holton, and she's like, "Hey, I need your help with something out here on the porch." And Holton goes out there, and in full view is the tarantula enclosure, tipped over without the tarantula in it. And Holton turns around, and my grandma's standing between him and the door, and she just goes, "We gotta find it, Holton. We gotta find the spider." He was fucking terrified. Obviously, no, the spider wasn't in there, but he fucking... Oh, that... Like, when he told me that story, I thought that was so fucking funny. Yeah, my grandma... The ones I remember was that she had the tarantula, she had a hedgehog. That guy was a little fucking bastard, by the way. And she had these giant Madagascar cockroaches that constantly escaped. Would that start with an H? Yes, actually. For some reason, my mom and her sisters all agreed to do that. So several of my cousins on that side are also the same way. Do you want a plushie from TFF? Is that going on right now? Or is that, like, coming up soon? I don't know furry lore. Or just like that? Did they hiss? I think so, actually. I can't remember what kind they were specifically. Hold the spider. They just waddle around and sniffle. You'd be surprised. In my itinerary, you have to be very organized, I suppose. This furry shit is serious business. Down to 1 HP. I would like if it was like Minecraft poison where it couldn't kill you, but that's not fucking happening. This looks fun. I do love the Atomos Incarnate. It is very, very good. Gotta fuck these guys up with this grenade launcher. I've heard people say that the Atomos' grenade form isn't very good. I would like anyone here who has heard that to know that that is bullshit. In Discord, I can put it. Yeah, there's a Stuff You've Made, that channel, if you want to post it there. Anyone's near their cage. I've honestly, like, I've had a lot of interesting experiences with that kind of stuff, because when I was in high school, we had an owl expert. What are they called? An ornithologist, I think is the word for a dude who studies birds. But he showed up with an owl to my class and talked to us about it. I also skinned a mink. Or not skinned, dissected a mink in high school. Which... So, funny story about that. Need an owl Warframe? Fun fact, Dante is actually based on an owl, according to Rebecca. But, so, has anyone here seen a mink? I don't know if anyone here knows what a mink looks like, but in my class, my anatomy and physiology class, we dissected one. They were donated by, like, a university or something. And there was only enough minks for, like, each group. We didn't have any extras, as you might expect. So my classmate Tanner gets his mink, and that thing is bent at a 90-degree angle in its midsection. This motherfucker looks like a staircase. And whenever they dissected it, all of its organs were just fucking liquid. Tanner Lindbergh? Not quite. So they had to get, like, a bunch of, like, basically pity points from the teacher, because their fucking mink was, like, fucking liquefacted. Go back and give it to the next person. Now, my brother Hunter took advanced biology. I didn't. They had to fucking dissect a cat in that class. I think that would be traumatizing. All of the cats were donated, though, from their owners after they had, like, died of old age. So it wasn't like we were, like, scooping up cats off the street. But I feel like that would have been traumatizing. You know, of all of the college-level classes I took, I think my favorite was probably college psychology. That was a fun class. Especially because I got to learn that Freud was a fucking lunatic. My teacher was also very interesting. So, weird piece of cool kid lore about my psychology professor. He did not give a fuck. So we were learning about, I think it's Skinner's box, was the experiment with the positive and negative reinforcement mechanisms with the pigeons, where, like, they would get food as a reward or get shocked as punishment. And my teacher went on a diatribe about the shocking wouldn't be a punishment if the pigeon was into BDSM, so it's a good thing none of them were. Keep in mind, I was in 10th grade. Shit like that made that class a lot of fun, because my teacher just did not give a shit. I also had I took a world religions class with that same teacher, and he told me a story about how he went to India, and he was, like, outside of his hotel. A dude fucking died in front of him. And it's like, this man has been through too much. If I'm hearing stories like this in high school, dude, holy shit. Might be onto something. Squeamish about it. So, when I was in 10th grade in my regular biology class, we had to pick between dissecting a pig or a squid. I was the only group that picked the squid, and it was way fucking easier. We were done like 3 days before everyone else. Paying attention to the ball. So, funnily enough, I didn't watch that in psychology. You want to know how I know about that video, Wally? Mythbusters. Specifically, it was how many times did they pass the basketball. Dude, we're at 35 minutes and 9 crucibles completed. That's pretty good. You know what Dark Tide streamer would make me hungry? Oh, that's not how I felt. Squid Games. Without more context? What about the guy who fucking died? I don't know what more context you would need from me. Pulling up. The Dorito is deploying his... What the... Dude, what was the range on that attack? Hello? He's all the way over here. Dude was fucking deploying his shit across state lines. Holy fuck. All this talk of dissection is making me hungry. Crazy ass statement, but okay, because dissect me a rotisserie chicken. Why aren't you a VTuber yet? I think that would kill my audience. And dude, Warframe has way too many VTubers. I can't compete in that market. My tits aren't even big enough. How am I supposed to become a VTuber if I have a small chest? Even if I put that on the model, dude, it just won't work. As VTubers, a lot of them. They're just generally pretty small creators. Your model can have big tits? That's false advertising. Dude, I can't get an F rating with the Better Business Bureau for my YouTube channel because of false advertising on my cup size. The only thing I can do is start taking estrogen. I can't keep going with this joke. People are going to start trying to gaslight me into doing it. It's not false advertising. Get some mint ice cream. I do fuck with mint ice cream, actually. Like the wrong person. Lamau. Oh shit, I got my ass clapped. Oh, it was because of the toxin eczema. So I was like, what the fuck killed me? That guy was behind me. That makes sense. Fuck y'all. Been baiting chuds all day. Pardon me, Void Rig. I'm a little busy at the moment, a little preoccupied. I'm gaming even. If you could believe it. If you could believe it. I am, in fact, playing video games on YouTube.com. I have another heat import? Blended. Thank you very much. Tasty cesium? Crazy. A force fem hammer? Is this like a Thor's weapon? I'm drunk. Funnily enough, my friend Rose actually made me a VTuber model as a joke when she was experimenting with how to make hers. I don't know if it still works. I never actually used it. Sounds like a question. Crazy. That reminds me of, yeah, mastication. The scientific term for chewing. Dude, if you told someone I'm masticating, they'd probably be like, I'm gonna be honest, I did not like that, but thank you for sharing. Mask the what now, dude? There's this fucking... Does anyone have that image where it's the fucking Brontosaurus standing on its hind legs in the rain and it's just captured, I'm gonna be honest, I did not like that, but thank you for sharing? In public? If anyone has that image, please DM it to me. I need it. I need to get it back. It's so fucking funny. Super upsetting to hear that word. Damn. It's on my phone somewhere, but I downloaded it so long ago.
Make another.
Face ring burger model. I found it. Holy shit. If you're in the Discord, please send it to me. A single Google search. You know, shit, I guess I could probably just pull it up that way. Evil silver item. Hold up. Let me just find the... I'm gonna be honest, I did not like that meme. I like how the first result was, I'm gonna be honest, kitten. I already know what that is. Oh, where's the one with the Brontosaurus? Shit, I can't find the one with the fucking dinosaur. Hold on, I gotta tweak my search. Dinosaur. I did not like that meme. Maybe this is better? Hold up, yeah, here it is. This is on tenor? What the fuck? Hold on. I need to show you all this, because this image is fucking hilarious. Prime time? Oh shit, prime time is today? Dude, well, I'm a fucking idiot. Why am I competing with Markiplier and now prime time? Hold on. Everyone, I need you to gaze upon this. Gaze upon this image. It's a WebP. I hope OBS works with this. Yeah, this. I love this shit. I quote this all the time. Anyways, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Keep it on stream? I guess I could. Gaze upon this image. And maybe, I think at 12 amphors I'll dip and end the stream. Bring it back. People just want to cover up my gameplay. People give so few shits about the actual, like, gameplay. Yet, if I stream anything that's not Warframe, the streams do poorly. Curious. Many such cases. I'm gonna go back to being the world's only Synthetic 2 streamer. Post-it comic note 1? Or post-it note comic 1? I can't think of what you're talking about. With no Warframe? That was what happened, dude. You want Warframe with no Warframe? You want Warframe with no fucking Warframe? Boom. How's this, bitch? Is this what you're after? I still have this from the Kome Fault Finder stream. Is this what you all want? Perfect? Dude, unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. I can't with you motherfuckers. Unfucking believable. Optimal Cool Kid gameplay experience. It's still Warframe. What, do you have to... do I need to cover my whole fucking screen? You know what? While we're here, let me add that image of the dinosaur to this. I think that's only right. Hold on. Let's fit him in here somewhere. I don't really know where I'd put him, though. Like there? That's probably fine. Put him in the folder. Yeah, I think that's probably good. What the fuck happened? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm turning it off for my own sanity's sake. I'll sate you all with the chudling. I need to read more. We could just pause the stream. I don't know. Ooh, unbelievable. The what? Yeah, you know, the thing. Originally, he was like half this speed, but I thought it was way funnier if I made him really fast. Dude, where are my amphors? Find my amphors. Fucking... Have you guys heard about the Slenderman's transgender cousin, Gender Man? Oh, shit. Gender Man be like, find my pronouns. Dude, I'm just saying shit at this point. I don't even know what's going on anymore. You get a Tennokai mod? Oh, fuck no. Dude, what the hell is happening? Oh, that was a Blitz Eximus that time. I'm actually struggling. Gender Man? Yeah, Gender Man. They're, I don't actually know what Gender Man's gender is. It's kind of nondescript. Which is a little strange when you think about it. There's also Slender Man's gay cousin, I Like Mender Man.
Our pressure target is shifted.
Instead of a real human. I have no clue what you're talking about, but that's hilarious. That's why you gotta find the pronoun? Shit, maybe. Gender Man. I guess that you could interpret it that way. I think it's more of like they're like the gatekeeper of gender. Assigned gender at birth? No, I was assigned gender by by the Gender Man. Not gender person. It doesn't really roll off the tongue as well, right? For Twitch time drop? Wild. You know what I've always wondered? Why is it German and not Gerperson? Like a government position? Yeah, the official Gender Man for my county arrived at my birth and assigned me my gender. That reminds me of this great fucking image where it's a picture of Doge with like the trans flag in the background and it's just this nice gender nerd. Did your mom pick it out for you? That image is so fucking funny. And not German. That's how Suckmutt says it. The Germa people. When they invented German. Yeah, that was before the woke mind virus took over.
Fueled by outpours of toxin and electricity.
For people. You need a gender fighter? I'll have to book in the cathedral. I'll have to take a look at it in a moment. Malice? Fuck off. Nope, 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 nope. Goodbye. I'm just playing Lavos like a fucking troglodyte. I'm not even trying. Heal! Like Stropa. I don't honestly rotate my weapons on Lavos as much as I should. I really like the Ceto and the Atomos, so I mostly use them, to be honest with you. It's pronounced GIF. I will die on the hill. I don't care what the creator says. GIF stands for Graphics Interchange Format. I'm saying it is GIF. I do not care if it's supposed to be pronounced GIF or YIF or whatever other dumb bullshit you want to make up. Stropa D's nuts. True? It's pronounced Jod. You think that anyone pronounces it Jolf instead of Gulf? Traffic. Dude, I saw this fucking meme where it was, fucking, like, when I worked at the help desk, a bunch of my coworkers, were golfers, including my boss, and there was this dumb gif that I shared around the office where it was, like, this guy swinging a golf club on ice on a frozen lake, and he breaks the ice and falls in, and it was just captioned, "Golf players going to hell because golf is fucking stupid." New Helldivers Warbond? As in, like, the one that's currently out or the one that's coming out soon? Boyak? Crazy shit. German people making up the craziest pronunciations. Jolf would be a tech CEO pronunciation. I'm not gaslighting you, it's true. Coming soon. Honestly, I'm excited for the bubble shield and the hammer, mostly. I'm looking forward to those. And calling him God. Crazy work.
The process will not succeed if pressure continues to rise. Open the release valve.
Another bubble shield. So the new Warbond is going to have a personal bubble shield as a new grenade type. It's like a really tiny bubble shield that fits around like a couple Helldivers if they're close. I think it's going to be super good, especially with things like the Maxi gun. I'm very interested to see how it plays. I also think they fix a bunch of the fucking bugs that Stealth has right now, but Go figure that they released a stealth warbond and stealth is bugged to fucking shit. It's primarily if you're the host, to be honest, but Helldivers has got to be like... I've been a Warframe player since 2014, and I still think Helldivers is the buggiest fucking game I've ever played. It's bad.
Locating the next crucible.
Nell Prime Blueprint. Well, I think I should probably leave this mission and hang up the hat before too long. Why do I have a ping in my server? I gotta clear that bitch off. Oh, it was the image. Well, I gotta read that DM in a minute. It's somewhat long, but... about the pronunciation. I haven't seen that video. I'll have to look. On, oh, fucking the Labubu guy from For Honor? No comment, because I do not know how he works. Booster pad getting merged? Honestly, neat idea, but it's a little sad that we won't be able to give it to companions anymore. At least I'm assuming we can't. Still, I think it's overall a good change. Boost pad giving you a speed bump is also really nice. The Labubu guy? Yeah, Jurin. Urin? I don't know how the fuck you say his name. The new For Honor character. The fucking Chinese guy. Labubu, as people are calling him. I think it's even one of his bot names is Labubu. For Honor? Yeah, heartbreaking. In Nitro's honor, I'll check the pie bush. Is anybody home? Nope. Empty as fuck. In a very Chinese moment in our lives. Whenever I hear the sound for hacking a terminal here, it just makes me think of the ARG, because that was the sound that you heard whenever you unlocked a file. Is Nitro dead? I mean, he's in the chat right now. 660 void traces. Mandinel stock and receiver, and yet 7 intruders. Hold up, the hall is crazy. Bots? Damn. Hey Bird, what's good?
Hey, how's it going? Ooh, conversation.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I forgot to buy this week.
I love this bit.
Mortally challenged.
Have fun.
Nitro's the AI of the horse. The character.ai horse. Free Hong Kong. Damn. Find my chicken nuggets. Dead ass. I still will never forget the humiliation of behind Nitro being a horse. He's a brony. That's all the lore you need. But I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the AI dungeon program. But way back before AI was good, there was this program called AI Dungeon. I don't know if it's still dog shit, but back then it was dog shit. And it was basically a text-based adventure game where you played through scenarios with an AI dungeon master. And my brother Hunter did a scenario where I tried to get my chest signed by Rebecca at TennoCon, but I accidentally went to a furry convention. And the scenario ended with me being gunned down by the police. I was not there for this, by the way. They just did this shit without me. Also, now that we're winding down the stream, if I could get some high wallies in the chat, this will be our last lurker moment. Let me know that you're all here and alive. If I could get some high wallies, we gotta let him know that he's appreciated. Also, yeah, there was an AI dungeon scenario that my brother did as well, involving a clown that stole his sandwich in his quest to get it back. That was interesting. We had the CEO of Racism arc, where my brother Hunter became the CEO of Racism, and then after he wiped out all other races, he lost because there was no one to be racist against anymore, which was some impressive internal consistency. When the stream is over? That's a good question. You could do something more productive with your time, I guess.
Knock, knock.
Now, who would
Hold this.
be
I'm not sure what you're asking me
here?
exactly, Latum.
Oh,
Hold on.
I don't think we should answer that.
Blended. I'm almost done. Almost done what? What does that mean? I'm gonna send you to the fucking Gulfagor room. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you to the Gulfagor room. What does Skibbity Akrithis have on her this week? Ooh, there's a sharp shot in here. That's actually totally worth buying. Fuck, it resets in 50 minutes. Heartbreaking.
Nothing tickled your
Gulfagor room?
curiosity,
Yes.
huh?
Putting Lego together? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to euthanize you. What if I just do my outro in the Cuck throne? Hang out with the Cuck himself. In the weird and obscure. Yeah, I did that as a deliberate joke. No one has to know what's behind the modesty screens. No one has to know. Until now? That's a very profound question. I don't know if that's fucking Warframe stream material. I just got here. I'm doing this despite you specifically. My apologies. I'm gonna white boy hit it. Can I bust it down sexual style even? It's right there. 5 times speed. This dude, shit, I could. Hold on. You're so real for that, Cool Hunhow 369. Do you think that if I go to 5 times speed, the Gulfagor room would gay sissy hypno people faster? The chudling button? Sure. Hold on, I gotta know. I can never remember where this fucking option is. Alright, well... Oh, yeah, it is faster. The footstep noises are just fucking hilarious. Alright. Dude, this is really hard to control. Can a white boy hit it? Fucking bust it down, baby. Bust it down. The chudling button? Technically, no. It'll break if I make it any faster. Hit the fucking... Hit that yoinky sploinky. Unaltered footage. I'm busting it down sexual style. Do you think Verdi is having a good time? And he's bouncing on it. What the hell? What if instead of Verdi, he was called Freaky? Hold on, I just gotta... Just for the culture... We gotta spawn the mech, because the noises it makes are very funny. I love how fucking talkative they are at this speed. They just don't shut up. Mazel on it. New buff. Iron Bride if it was good. Splendid. Dude, Wally's fucking pet toy is going crazy. Still there? Indeed it is. Oh, this also means that, yeah, the Peregrine is going to be geeking out up there. Honestly, the 5 times game speed thing was the best thing they've added to Captura, maybe ever. I'm freestyling. It's 5 p.m. already? That's fucked up. It means the sun is gonna go down soon. I have to kill myself. Poor Gareth plushie. I haven't seen Gareth around in a little bit. I hope Gareth is doing well, much to Wally's dismay, I imagine. I wonder if Wally finally got him. The Lavos meth creation. Dude, fucking... Just in the background, you could just see my fucking dog. Just fucking hyperventilating. He's gonna have an anxiety attack back there. Whose alt account Gareth is? Honestly, it's a good question. There are a lot of alt accounts where I don't know the identity of the person behind them. Love for it. Well, technically the Dormizone is not a base of operations. Honestly, I haven't done a lot with this place, and I probably never will. I'm terrible at the IKEA frame stuff. Woof, welcome, dog. In the Discord? I wonder if dog is going to commit 9/11. That's normally what happens whenever they show up. Dog has two sides, Woof and the Twin Towers. Oh, right. It wants me to infuse an element, because the tap has to be really fast. Permanently? I respect that. You ate Gareth? I don't think that was Gareth, because I think Gareth is a Thorny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gareth is a Thorny Bowler Roll. That was a Spotted. Oh my god, this thing's fucking geeking. His corpse? Damn. Yep, there it is. There it is. Only one plane. I guess we might have to wait for the second one. Oh, shit. Alright, we've been live for 3 hours and 23 minutes. We'll go for a little bit longer. We'll go until we hit the 3.5 hour mark. Also, I did not type gay when trying to type Gauss. You did not see that. With a meth Lavos made? Indeed. To fulfill the request that someone made, check it out. Normal Gauss movement speed, and then fucking Mach Rush speed. This is really hard to control. I love the noise of the fucking, like, footsteps. Is it really a cool kid stream if we don't go into capture and fuck around at high speed? Go up there? Damn. Fucking hell. This is what Arrowverse Flash looks like? God damn it. It's so hard to cross this lake because of how, like, much gravity you have, it feels like. More accurate Gauss? Yeah, deadass. Gauss is another one of those frames that I think would be canonically crazy OP, to be honest. Based on his Prime trailer, at least, his speed is fucking insane. Bro literally fired his Exceltra and then caught up to the rockets to redirect them into an enemy. Can't believe he's a fraud. I don't really bother grinding the Samara standing much. What about Titania? Titania is also pretty fucked up. Just, yeah, don't mind me. Just crossing the entire plains basically instantly. And die? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. At normal speed. Unfortunately true. Yeah, I honestly feel like, dude, the Flash is so regularly robbed of how crazy OP he'd actually be. Dudes moving at crazy speed, especially if they can process information at that speed, is a fucking broken superpower. That in mind. True. The funny moth skin. I do quite like Empress. I also really like her other deluxe. I have a few different looks that I was messing with for that, but he never lose. Yeah, I feel like that's maybe not never, but you know what I find to be bullshit? Why is it that in so many pieces of media that Superman is as fast, if not faster, than the Flash? Like, that's like his whole thing, man. Why you gotta do him like that? That's fucked up. The moment we start running, that would go hard. Making his actor go insane. By gambling, that would go hard. You know what? Lavos is the transmutation guy, right? You know what that means? I think we should gamble. Duplicates. I think we should gamble. Power throw? Transmutation. Stalking fan. Wow, crazy pull. Hey guys, cool kid here. Today we're gonna be on fucking stake. Dude, I had an idea. Does anyone remember the old mod packs that you could buy in the market back in the day? There used to be packs of mods you could buy. And I wanted to do a joke video where I would open the mod packs and act like it was like a gacha opening, and I'd freak the fuck out over whatever I got, even if it was dog shit. But they got removed, so I can't do that anymore. On the phone with customer support again. Damn, Nitro's having a rough time with his new modem. Yeah, you can't buy the mod packs anymore. Not the random ones. Like, if you look now, you have, like, the, tome mod, antivirus, like, these bundles, but the random ones are gone. Vintage Corpus Locker. For gacha packs. I mean, well, this is true. You can't buy them. The fact that they were costed platinum, I think, is what made it funny. In my wish list? Are they still there? Do they still show up? There were random ones? There were random mod packs once, yeah. Vintage Corpus Locker. I guess I've never really felt the need. How many of you own a vintage Corpus Locker? It's like a normal household item. You're saying that like I don't own a microwave or something. I don't think it's that preposterous. My illustrious Noggle collection that lags my fucking game.
With the Foundry's AI precepts, you could say we forged a new connection.
Now, thanks you, damn. Not the market? That's fucked up. You don't have an air fryer type shit? Yeah, literally. What's out the window, Deimos? How queer. Let's hit him with the orb. Let's give you all an orb for the road. Let's make sure to ponder your orb. Who up pondering they orb right now? My current Facebook status, pondering my orb. Says the gay man. Hey, I'm not gay, my boyfriend is. Are still there. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Peeking through, it is really cool. Fucking hell, dude. I am tired as fuck. I am collapsing. Mentally, the Lavos lean orb. I gotta make another round of lean images. YouTube character limit? I don't believe that's true. What is that emote? What's the daybreak emote? The pondering my orb emote. The EP allegations. Heartbreaking. And it's past midnight. For me, it's only 5:30. I've just been up for a long time. I should probably be working on videos, but I felt like streaming instead because I'm a massive fucking dumbass. I should be actually productive with my time, but I don't do that. Oh shit, I need to like settle on an idea for what I'm actually gonna make next, because I just have so much stuff I want to talk about. And I don't know where the resources need to go. I gotta nail down a few ideas. Weird and Obscure Stuff Season 2, the full compilation is probably gonna be the next thing, just to make it easy for myself. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed the most recent Weird and Obscure Slop. More videos sometime in the next 5 fucking years. Dude, it's already Thursday. I'm trying to post 1 video a week. Fuck, I gotta get on my grind set again here soon. But, you know, thank you all for watching. I'll give you all another chudling for the road. But in parallel? Very rarely. Did the Chudling not activate? Dude, fuck my life. I have no idea if he's even working right now. Okay, no, there he is. But fucking, if you want to watch the other stream VODs, that's in the description. The playlist for them is, the Discord's in the description. More videos probably next week. What it's going to be is up in the air a little bit. I don't know. I have a bunch of fucking ideas that I want to experiment with, so we'll see what comes out. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.